we welcome you to the Big A on this Friday, and Angels Live right here on AB TV. The Halos welcome in their American League West rival in the Athletics. Seen them a lot lately for a weekend series. 3 games here coming to you from the Big A. As we welcome you inside the ballpark tonight, Erica Weston, Mark Gubizet, Tim Salmon will join me in a moment. We start the broadcast tonight with some breaking news. The team announced within the last hour that they have made a decision as far as their leadership is concerned and relieved General Manager Perry Minasian of his GM duties. In the meantime, they also announced the hiring of John Mozeliak to be the interim GM in this time. The Angels announced today that the club appointed John Mozeliak as baseball operations consultant, serving as interim general manager after relieving Perry Minasian of his general manager duties. They went on to say about the leadership change in this new role. Mozeliak will oversee the day-to-day baseball operations for the Angels while refining a baseball operations strategy and assisting the organization in its search for a new general manager. That is from Angels team president Molly Jolly. We welcome you back inside the ballpark. And Gooby, it's always difficult when there is a change at the top. The team feels it, the players feel that, but they needed a new voice in that spot, and they made a change today.
Yeah, it's always difficult. We've built such a good relationship with Perry Minasian over the years, and obviously had us in uniform a number of different times, so you wish him the very best. But going forward at this time, there's so many important decisions to make for the Halos. So I think if you're going to make a move, this is it, especially with the draft coming up and the trade deadline coming up, and you're bringing in a guy that's won a lot everywhere he's been, from a World Series championship, 10 postseasons, with the Cardinals. So, I think if you're going to make that decision, this is the time to do it.
And this is the new interim general manager resume for Mo, named baseball operations consultant today. Yeah, spent quite a bit of time with the Cardinals, president of baseball ops, won the World Series in 2011, fished 10 postseason appearances, but part of that winning culture in St. Louis.
Well, it's definitely a winning culture, and that's what you need. That's what you need to bring back to this organization. And it's not just Perry. I mean, he had a couple of GMs before him as well. It's been a long run of, trying some things out, going down some roads that are not working. And you do appreciate Perry. I mean, the relationship you had with him. He gave, like Mark said, he gave us a lot of opportunities to get kind of behind the scenes and be a part of this and see what he was doing. Made a lot of great strides and some good efforts at times. But at the end of the day, this is a business about winning. And that's what this decision has really come down to. You got to make a change. And I think the timing is really impeccable right now, because you got to have whoever that next person is, well, it's John in this case, but you got to give him an opportunity to kind of get his fingerprints on the draft and potentially any trades that might be coming up in August.
Both of those things are coming up, as you mentioned, pretty quickly, so need to have a system in place as Mo will take a look at everything within the organization. Here is more a statement from team president Molly Jolly. John is one of the most accomplished and respected baseball executives with a proven track record of building a winning organization. For 3 decades, he constructed one of baseball's most respected organizations, combining strong leadership with a commitment to player development and organizational excellence. And this is the end. We are thrilled to welcome him to the Angels. Look forward to benefiting from his experience and perspective as we continue to shape the future of our organization. We will hear from John Mozeliak tomorrow. He will be here. We'll hear some comments from him, but the Angels need his guidance, his leadership, as he will kind of diagnose everything top to bottom with the organization.
And when you walk in there with that resume of winning, that really speaks volumes. So whenever you have that conversation with everybody who's still working in the organization, still a lot of people still working in the organization, the players, the coaching staff, Kurt Suzuki, they're around now a guy that's won. So Mo, every season, pretty much they've won with the Cardinals. And there's, just like it was with Mike Socha, you know it very well, the Angels way was definitely the Cardinals way when Mo was running the ship there in St. Louis.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see what happens, going forward. And to me, it all comes down to the experience part of it, and just being able to walk into a situation knowing that he has just so many years behind him of being able to make those evaluations. Look at the minor leagues, look at the coaching staff, look at the player personnel, look what you have. Just to have a different look, a fresh look going forward, I think that's important right now.
No question about it. So we will hear more on that, John Mozeliak and his vision for the Halos moving forward. The hope is to have a general manager at the end of the season, but obviously plenty of decisions to be made moving forward. Guys, should we talk some baseball moving forward? Yes, let's talk some baseball. It was they had a flair for the dramatic. The Halos did on Wednesday. They did all week last week. Gooby, the comeback kids.
I mean, you're coming back. I mean, we go back to Sunday up there in West Sacramento to be able to come back. They were trailing by 3 runs at that point. They hadn't done a whole lot of coming back in ball games and come back like that. Zach Neto with that go-ahead 2-run blast, and then Fish. We saw again on Wednesday. That was one of the wackiest games I've seen in a long, long time.
Yeah, it was. I mean, pitcher fielding practice really came into focus on this one. And yeah, I mean, you got to credit the Angels. I mean, they came back, they battled all the way through right there. I mean, this game could have been ended a few different times with a few plays right there. But again, the exit velocity on a check swing, and you know, again, why don't you throw to first base right there? You got a catcher running. I don't know what it all worked out for the Angels. Thankfully, because they've been on the other end of some, you know, losing opportunities when they should have won.
No question, it was time for some things to break the Angels' way. But how about this? We talked about this last week in Sacramento, Gooby. Most runs scored with 2 outs. The Angels are second.
I mean, when you look at what they've done here over the stretch since May 22nd, they're up there at the top as far as runs scored. Majority of they've been real comfortable using home field early in the season. Played pretty good, and then all of a sudden they struggled. They were trying to hit every baseball out of the ballpark, and now we're seeing this quieter approach to Tim. We know as a pitcher and as a hitter, that is the best approach to be able to get success with 2 outs, with runners in scoring position, because as a pitcher, you're laser focused. So if you can use the whole field, you've taken away some of the big pitches I'm going to make.
Well, Fish, what was the key in your back when you were playing to be successful with 2 outs?
Well, a lot of the things I'm hearing coming out of Zook's mouth, I mean, the pressers, I mean, he's talking about the right things. Hey, these guys need to think smaller. They need to put the ball in play. They need to, you know, not be out there trying to hit home runs. Try to think, you know, the line drive up the middle, whatever. And I think you've seen that with the hitting with John Mabry and Brady Anderson. You've seen that with the hitters. And I think that was the challenge for this group of guys, is because they're young hitters that want to be aggressive. They want to go up there swing, and they want to, you know, they're always thinking big. But I think the mature approach is to say, hey, let the game come to you, relax, don't try to do too much, you know, be a good hitter in those situations, and that's just going to mean not trying to always be the hero hitting the home run.
John Mabry, also a former part of that Cardinals organization. He'll be reunited with John Mozeliak. So many Cardinals Angels.
By the way, is Shonawell, is he invisible?
Pick, save, and a beauty.
Yeah, he went from a soccer player to be invisible running down the line. Listen, how did he miss? He's a big fella running down the line.
What did you ask Suzuki before the game today?
Who was a better soccer player, Messi or Shonawell? And he went with Shonawell.
Why would he not?
Yeah, so I think that was a little bit longer kick there, too.
Tremendous. All right, moving on, guys. The Major League Baseball did announce that Mike Trout has advanced to the 2nd stage of All-Star voting, which, Fish, of course, is not a surprise at all.
It's not a surprise. I mean, he's having a great year. I mean, with all the injuries he's had the last handful of years, it's nice to see him out there playing. I mean, just recently went on the IL, but he was in there every day and putting up numbers and putting together some good at-bats. So it's great for Mike to see him kind of have this resurgence after really a handful of years that, you know, been lost due to injury.
How great would this be to bring his boys there back home to Philadelphia? I mean, he goes there, watches a lot of sporting events, but I mean, you can see it even when we talked to him in that 3rd inning the other day at the game. The excitement level in him, and for him to get back, and it is getting closer. There's better news about him every single day we hear about with Trouty coming back, but I think it would be a thrill for him to be in the All-Star game again back in Philadelphia.
No question. Yeah, he went on the IL just about a week ago with that hamstring strain. He is progressing. He's feeling much better. Hear from Trout himself before the game today.
Progress has been great. Did a little light jogging today. No pain, so it's just building up to where I can run.
Have you swung a bat yet?
No, but I can. But I think tomorrow is the day I start swinging.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else have you been doing just in general out there?
Just like I'm doing stairs. I can do stairs, you know, pretty much 100% without no pain. So agility stuff, you know, just footwork stuff.
So the light jogging went well enough. Do you think you can do harder than you did?
Yeah, no, I don't know what they want me to do next, but I had no pain with it. And just, I think it's just a mind thing right now where just, you know, first time jogging since it happened. I'm just getting over that feeling, but I had no soreness, so it's good.
All right, let's take a look at the updated All-Star Phase 1 finalists. This is kind of crazy. Lots of Blue Jays, but Ernie Clement, the most votes for the American League All-Stars. Ernie Clement, Gooby.
Ernie Clement. I mean,
It's hard for me to say.
The whole country voted for him.
Exactly. I always think of the name Clement. I remember a couple good hockey players named Clement, and they're making sure they're taking care of their hockey name up there for the Blue Jays. I mean, I'll tell you, he had an incredible run through the World Series last week. May have won the MVP of the World Series if the Jays had won that series against the Dodgers. But it's great to see how close Trouty is with Judge, too. I mean, I think he's going to get in there for sure, one way or the other way.
No question, Fish.
Yeah, I'm looking around those. I mean, obviously, you can understand why the Blue Jays are all there. But, I mean, Jordan Alvarez, what a year he's having. He might be a Triple Crown winner this year. That's pretty spectacular right there, on his own. So, a lot of good names there. It'd be interesting to see where, Mike Trout ends up at the end of the day.
Well, he also said, Gooby, that he does want to get some games in with the Angels before likely playing in that All-Star game back home.
Yeah, that's why you almost feel like, well, he joked about where the favorite places to hit on the road are. He laughed about Seattle, so you never know about Seattle. If not at home against the Red Sox, for sure.
You mean that's coming up next on the calendar for the Angels, going up to Seattle?
You know what? His eyes and his face tells you that he's feeling pretty good. That's
no question.
So I'm just trying to read his body language there. It feels like he's feeling pretty good right now.
And he was pretty optimistic at the time, too, that this would be short.
It'd be like you against the Rangers, Fish.
Yeah.
Maybe all of a sudden you feel a lot better.
I feel really good going into Texas.
All right, how about the National League as far as the NL is concerned for the top vote getters? No surprise, Shohei Ohtani, the automatic starter.
Who?
Yeah.
Show. I mean, what he's doing, I mean, he's got an ERA in the ones, but he's also hitting about 297, too, with a bunch of home runs and RBIs. I mean, but you look around this, I mean, there is some incredible young talent. I love what they're doing to the shortstop. C.J. Abrams is phenomenal when you look what he's done for the Nationals. The Nationals are playing incredible baseball, too, and there's some guys up there with some Paez. It's been probably you can make an argument he's the best player playing the best on the Dodgers right now. What he's done defensively and with as far as the RBI so far this year.
Well, you also got Brandon Marsh there. You got to be pulling for Brandon Marsh a little bit.
Marshy, we got to get him in there.
Yeah, he's hitting 320, having a great season. Finally seemed like he's kind of putting it all together.
No question, but you're right with the Nats. Their offense is unbelievable.
Unbelievable. I mean, they're scoring runs in bunches. I mean, they gave up a lot of runs in the ninth inning the last 3 days against the Phillies, but they've been scoring a lot of runs.
Were you watching that? Were you keeping track of that?
I heard rumors of that.
Rumors. All right, stick with us. More to come as we get you ready for first pitch tonight from the Big A on Christmas in June. It is Walbert Ureña on the mound once again against the Athletics. He has been so good. We'll dive into the matchup on the other side of the break.
Toyota's. It all started here, the framework of a nation, drafted by history's boldest visionaries. Now, baseball's sharpest minds gather at the same fateful site to draft their own blueprints for success. The MLB Draft, July 11th at 1 Eastern.
The Golden Spikes Award is presented to the best amateur baseball player every season.
What a start for Adley Rutschman. 3 homers for Jason Varitek. The swing of his life.
Whose spikes will turn to gold next?
And an instant. Brock Cholowski. Jackson. Goodbye.
The Golden Spikes Award, Monday at 7:30 Eastern, only on MLB Network.
We, the people of the ballpark, are all in on baseball. We want dingers and dogs, sunshine and a beat, a place to take it all in and let it all out. And maybe more than anything, a few hours with one another. Baseball for the people.
Welcome back to Angels Live here on ABTV Athletics and the Angels on Gooby's second favorite day, Christmas in June. Thank you for that. It feels very SoCal Christmas in here today. 70 and sunny on Christmas anyways.
It is perfection. And look at who's here.
Oh my good. Do you know him? Do you know him?
Yeah, I know. I'm Buddy the Elf. I know.
Oh man.
He's my friend.
It is getting very festive. costume in here. Yes, the Santa hat, the plaid Santa hat, that was the giveaway. Of course, the kiddies are left. Fish, where's your Santa hat?
They don't fit me.
Oh. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what to say on that.
You caught me off guard.
Well, you caught me off guard, so that's perfect. And Gooby's bestie buddy, the elf, is over there. He stole your costume. It's fine, no big deal. Let's talk a little bit about the pitching matchup in this one tonight. Walbert Ureña toes the rubber against JT Ginn for the third time this season.
I mean, when you look at the common theme between these two, they both have excellent, and I'm talking excellent swing and miss changeups. Ureña's changeups, Pedro Martinez-like, but Ginn also has a good changeup and also a slider. But this is going to be fun. These two have been locked up together a couple times already this season. And when you look back at some of the fastballs that he has thrown to Kurtz, and I love what he did with his sinker last time out, Tim. 22 sinkers he threw, 17 strikes, 2 strikeouts. That set up that changeup excellent last time out.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, we talk about the changeup. Everybody's looking for the changeup, but when you throw that fastball, you have to throw for a strike. The more looks you give it out of the zone, they're going to be able to time it up. The fact that he can throw it for strikes off that changeup is key. I think it's really unique that these guys have matched up the last 3 times, and the fact that you just played, I mean, that's kind of old school baseball right there. You know, you're facing a guy you just saw a week ago. I'm always curious, what are the adjustments that they're going to make? Are they going to go off their game plan, do anything different? And that's something I always look for early part of the game right here.
What would your adjustments be?
I wouldn't make any adjustments till they made the adjustment to me. If I'm still getting you out, I'm not making any adjustment. Everyone always say, is it tough for a pitcher that next time out? Hey, if I put up zeros against you, I'm pretty confident I'm going to throw the same pitches. Unless you make a decision to change your approach, I'm staying exactly what I got you out with before.
And as a hitter, Fish?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. You're watching. You're paying a lot of attention to that pregame warm-up. You know, what he's doing on the side. The first couple of hitters ahead of you, does he look like he's coming at you the same way? And, you know, it's a little bit of the roll of the dice. But, you know, in our day, there was a lot of cat and mouse. And I always felt like pitchers were always looking to maybe tweak something, you know, maybe, you know, later on that second or third at bat. So, but their stuff is so dominant. I mean, it's like facing a Pedro Martinez back in the day. Look, you know you're going to get a great changeup and a good fastball. Just be ready to hit.
Well, Gooby, for Walbert, we saw the ERA there, but going back just a little bit more, his ERA trails only Cam Schlittler, who is in the running for the Cy Young in the American League.
And he's so confident right now. Yeah, every once in a while there may be an inning or so where we have a walk in there, but it doesn't bother him anymore. That's the thing that's so good about him. And we still forget he's 22 years old. And he's got this kind of stuff. He's only going to get better. Even when he had to take the bandana out for the other day, we thought maybe that would be the thing. Bases loaded, still didn't give up a run in that game. I just love the way this guy competes.
You know, and you even go back to that scenario there. I mean, the fact that he got in bases loaded situation and he got out of it with the changeup. I mean, how many young guys are going to say, all right, I'm just going, they're going to simplify, throw fastballs right down the middle. I mean, the fact that he had the ability to go out there and challenge a guy with an off-speed pitch and have the confidence to do it, that tells you so much about his makeup and his confidence in his arsenal.
He has been so fun to watch. Again, he is going up against JT Ginn, and Gooby, since his near no-hitter, Ginn has struggled with command.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you're pitching a game of your life, and you have a chance at a no-hitter. You take that in the 9th inning, and on an 0-2 pitch, Adam Frazier breaks it up, and that started it rolling. Then, of course, Zach Neto takes some yard, but he had everything working that day. His fastball was really good. I really liked him. I love the fact he hides the baseball exceptionally well. He's got tremendous deception. Now you're seeing him a little bit more, especially that game up there in West Sacramento. He was flying open, and that tells me that maybe it's a confidence thing for him right now, because when he was staying tucked in, he was as good as anybody I've seen in a while.
Well, he wasn't. Yeah, you look at the walk-off Neto had right there. We all remember that game. You go from a no-no to a walk-off loss, but the reality was that game rather, his fastball was so dialed, that sinker so dialed in on the outside part of the plate. The hitters weren't even offering at it that night, and that just tells you how good it was. So to me, it comes down to, you know, maybe did you face a guy that was really dialed in, or is that a guy that can do that every time out? And, you know, for the Angels, hopefully, you know, they see a few more of those fastballs differently today. And again, that slider's a wipeout pitch, but it's partly a wipeout pitch because he has so many guys thinking about that fastball.
Well, they had to make the adjustments. The Angels lineup did did against the Baltimore Orioles after Bradish. There was a lot of swing and miss there, so likely we'll see some patience so they can get on base because he's been susceptible to the walk.
Exactly, yeah, and he's fallen behind in some counts. You're forcing that fastball, even though it was a real good one that first time here at the Big A, but now all of a sudden it's forced in the middle of the strike zone when he's behind the count, or some walks. Now you're seeing better, more consistent barrel swings against them.
Anything else?
Well, no, I mean, that's just it. I mean, kind of the tale of two pitchers. I mean, that time out here in Anaheim, he was just so dialed in with his fastball command. You gotta tip your hat, but I mean, they had 7 hits off him. Hit him around a little bit last time in Oakland, so that tells you a little bit about, when he's not throwing that fastball for strikes, maybe they see him differently.
Well, let's see what this chapter has in store between the two of them. Gooby, thank you so much.
There's some caroling going on. I'll be right back.
I was going to say, try not to steal Buddy the Elf's hat on your way upstairs. All right, stick with us here on AB TV. We'll hear from Chase Silseth on this crazy play on Wednesday next.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Join Matt Yatloff and Greg Caserta on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer. MLB Big Inning. All season. Presented by CarShield.
It all started here, the framework of a nation, drafted by history's boldest visionaries. Now, baseball's sharpest minds gather at the same fateful site to draft their own blueprints for success. The MLB Draft, July 11th at 1 Eastern.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field.
It's important to get out, volunteer, and make a difference in your community.
Volunteer and leave something behind.
Together, we can make a difference. Together.
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 Welcome back to the Big A. How about this glove flip from Chase Silseth? Helped allow the Angels to walk off the O's in that one. And earlier today, we talked to Silly about that crazy 10-bitting.
The play, I keep thinking about the play, which is cool. I mean, obviously, in the 10th, giving up a run to put us behind was crappy, and that was in my mind. But I mean, I kept going back to the play, but then everything worked out. Ended up making a play to save a run, which ultimately, led to the Hoppy doing what he did, which was awesome. So
it was an unbelievable play. I mean, is it just like muscle memory at that point, or how are you feeling in that moment?
I don't know. I rewatched it a lot because it was kind of like, looking at it, I realized I rolled my ankle. That's why I fell. And I just was looking at all this thing, and I was kind of like looking at pictures and how I flipped it. I have no recollection of how it even got there. And, it just was like ball in the glove, get it to Hop fast when he was yelling to go 1. But I was just like, you're getting this ball, Hop, in my head. So I just get it there. And like even parents said that couldn't be placed any better. If it's anywhere else rather than where it was, then he was going to be safe. But so it was fun.
I know you said you work on the glove flip during spring training, during PFPs. Do you guys do that during the season at all?
Yes, when we do work on bump plays, we normally end with it. Like, when we're done, then we just do one quick one. Every pitcher's just running on a bump play, glove flipping with the glove. And it's ironic is all mine in practice are pretty bad. They're all up. So I mean, it was pretty cool to be a part of that scenario.
So did you feel like you blacked out?
Yeah, after a thing, and I was just like, because I was even going to give Hoppy a high five, but we were mid-play, and then we were worrying about Ward going to third base. I'm like, oh yeah, where's he? So it was cool. It was fun.
Okay, how's the ankle? It's okay though?
Oh, it was good. It's good. I didn't feel it, so it's a good thing.
Thank you. Here's a beauty. Stick with us. Coming up on the other side of the break, we're going to take a look at the Angels' starting lineup against the Athletics next.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Enhanced game nights with MLB Plus. Watch live out-of-market games on MLB Network. Hear home and away radio broadcasts of every game, plus access to MLB Big Inning and more. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
An absolute beast unleashed.
You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss. Yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing it, never miss it. Back, enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Welcome back. When the Angels win the game, you win free McDonald's fries. Get free medium fries tomorrow with any $2 purchase only on the app and only at participating McDonald's. Fish, it's your time. Go.
Hey, Donovan Walton, 329 hitting there in the 7-hole, but I tell you what, 455 with 3 homers, 10 RBIs in his last 11 games. I like him down at the bottom half of that lineup.
The bottom of the Angels lineup has certainly been doing their job. Thanks for joining us for Angels Live pregame. Coming up first pitch, Trent Rush, Gooby on the call. Enjoy the game. We'll see you throughout the night from the Big A.
We're here for those. Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhanced game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game, blackout-free. Even stream minor league games and more. It's all here and it's all new. Get MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus.
It all started here, the framework of a nation, drafted by history's boldest visionaries. Now, baseball's sharpest minds gather at the same fateful site to draft their own blueprints for success. The MLB Draft, July 11th at 1 Eastern.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Angels baseball on ABTV is presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. It's the Angels and the A's coming your way here at Angel Stadium as we get set for action tonight to open up a 3-game series here at the Big A. Christmas in June festivities as well. Hello, everybody. My name is Trent Rush, joined alongside by Mark Gubas. Gooby, the Angels made some big news earlier today. A change at the top of baseball operations. After 6 seasons, Perry Minasian no longer is the club's general manager. Instead, the Angels will make a pivot. John Mozeliak will be the new head of the baseball operation, at least in the interim. This is the statement made by the club earlier this afternoon. The Angels announced the club appointed John Mozeliak as baseball operations consultant, serving as the interim general manager after relieving Perry Minasian of his general manager duties. In his new role, Mozeliak will oversee the day-to-day baseball operations for the Angels while refining a baseball operations strategy and assisting the organization in its search for a new general manager. Let's get to know who John Mozeliak is as he comes over from the St. Louis Cardinals. 3 decades in St. Louis and a lot of success, Mark Gubas, including a World Series in 2011.
Yeah, 10 postseason appearances. That tells you a lot. 16 winning seasons with the Cardinals. We talk about the Cardinal baseball. That's the Cardinals' way. He certainly was extremely successful there. You mentioned winning a World Series in 2011. Well respected around the game of baseball. When you think about it, the timing, especially when you have the draft coming up and potential trade deadline and some moves being made by the Halos or bringing in or moving some players, very, very important to be able to have a guy with that kind of reputation and that kind of respect around baseball as your guy leading the way.
Very important times coming up for the Angels. We're looking forward to a ball game for you tonight. It's the Angels and the A's with Walbert Ureña on the mound. We'll get you all set for the start of tonight's action coming up on the other side.
For years, I was hiding my drinking. I'm the type of drinker that I don't just have one. I didn't want to feel that urge anymore. That's what brought me to Ore Health. I'm a better dad. I'm a better husband. I just have a more grounded and present life, thanks to Ore Health.
Text TV5 to 710-710 to learn more.
What makes Blue Chew Gold the best? Gold combines sildenafil for blood flow with tadalafil for long-lasting results. That's where other ED meds stop. Gold goes further. We added apomorphine to target arousal in the brain, then oxytocin for stronger connection and deeper intimacy. All this combines into one solution that dissolves under your tongue for super fast onset. If you want arousal plus performance, try Blue Chew Gold, the first 4-in-1 treatment for erectile function.
Okay, $1 million deal on the line. You got this. Recaps and sales meeting insights from all my team's calls? Otter AI, it's you who is man's best friend.
Otter, the AI meeting agent.
The Athletes Unlimited Softball League is back on MLB Network. It's the place to see the world's best professional women's softball players.
Yes, she did!
Watch the Bandits take on the Spark, Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern on MLB Network.
You've always wanted? Visit your SoCal Hyundai dealer today. by Jack in the Box. Get fired up with the Hot Ones Munchie Meal. And by StubHub, a proud partner of Angels baseball. Halos have won 3 straight home series. We're looking to continue that tonight with the A's in town after splitting a 4-game set up in Sacramento. And Mark Gubiza, Walbert Ureña getting the start for the Halos in this one. And boy, he's been good.
He's been really good too against the Athletics so far this season. Been dominant really when you think about 11 shutout innings against them. But his changeup's been great. And when you look at the Angels and what Ureña has done against this Athletic lineup, 11 shutout, 10 punchies, and a whip of 0.91. His changeup is great, but I love the fact he's been elevating his fastball against some real good sinker ball hitting batters in that lineup. And then when they get some look for that, he's able to throw his sweeper and his changeup to get big punch outs. And under control, throwing a lot of strikes.
And you think about that, 11 innings against the A's, has not given up a run. Meanwhile, this Angels team has showed quite a bit of fight as of late. We talked about 3 straight home series wins just in the last week. 2 of the biggest comebacks of the year, starting with this in Sacramento Sunday.
And that's been really the one thing. Can they come back from multiple run deficit? Well, they showed that being down 7-4 in the 8th inning up there in West Sacramento. And then the big 2-run blast by Zach Neto. And then the same thing, you're behind 5-2 in the 8th inning against Baltimore. Their bullpen usually pretty solid, coming all the way back. So good swings, another solid effort by the entire team as far as what they're doing with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. That's been outstanding. By the way, the soccer skills of Nolan Shawnuel is off the charts. And then this right here, win a game like that, the invisible man going out, not tagged. Logan Hobby made enough contact, 18.9-mile-per-hour exit velocity, but you know it was a rocket RBI single.
World Cup fever alive and well at the Big A with Nolan Shawnuel. Let's check out today's Old Spice fresh stat. How about the 2-out rallies the Angels have put together, 2nd in baseball with scoring with 2 outs?
And it's really come down to when you go back to even from probably right around March 22nd when the Halos are right at the top as far as scoring runs. Just that approach of using the big part of the field, going the other way, going with the pitch. Mistake made in, they can still turn and hit it out, but they've done a great job of using the whole field to make good contact.
The A's know something about comebacks as well. We saw how they were listed on that 2-out rally. They came back with 2 outs in the 9th inning against the Giants yesterday and won that game in pretty remarkable fashion, taking it 9-6 the final as Walbert Ureña gets set to start here. And we were just talking about the success he has had against this A's club. What are some of the keys tonight for Walbert Ureña?
Yeah, my go-tos for Ureña to be able to continue this great stretch he has going against this Athletic club. And they could swing the bat, they could score some runs. My go-tos are tonight, continue that sinker success. Last time out through 22 sinkers, 17 for strikes, 2 punch outs. Shadows with the changeup, staying on the corners. They can hit the changeup when it's in the zone, but they're one of the few, one of the clubs that have struggled against a changeup, especially when it runs away and catches a corner or shadow.
And this is the lineup that we're going to see for this A's team that has been one of the more exciting offensive clubs. They are missing a few pieces. Obviously, at the top, Henry Bolte over the last several games has been on fire. Nick Kurtz, gosh, an MVP candidate midway through the season. No Jacob Wilson. He's still working his way back. Alika Williams will take his place instead. So they're still hoping to get fully healthy at this point, but it's an A's offense that has been formidable. The Angels certainly saw that in Sacramento, where it was runs aplenty just this past week.
I mean, the 2, 3, 4 hitters have had a lot of success in their careers versus the Angels, and they're tough hitters. Take a look at a Rotolo Chevrolet defense behind Ureña, 53% ground ball rate, so you need that man right there, Zach Neto, to be the guy. He's been doing a nice job. He's really recovered back to being that shortstop. We expect 37 double plays turn his 79th game at shortstop. Guzman, Walt, Shawnuel in the infield, Wapi, the outfield, Meckler, Lowe, and Adele in right field.
Looking forward to seeing how Walbert Ureña will fare on a beautiful night with the wind blowing out to left center field towards our rock pile out there here on a Christmas in June evening as well. Some of the festivities earlier today. There's Walbert Ureña, and he currently has the white headband on. That was an issue his last time out. Is the white part showing? That was unacceptable the last time he faced this A's team up in Sacramento. So far, I guess it's okay. It's Bolte to lead things off for the A's, and the first pitch is cut on and missed.
Yeah, right away, that good sinker. That sets up his other pitches. That had some bite to it already. 97 sinker. Got to be right on that right side of the infield or up the middle quite a bit against Bolte.
Third straight game with Bolte in that leadoff spot. He had a broken bat single that started that 9th inning comeback for the A's just last night against the Giants. But over his last 20, batting .348 in that span, and he has been a pleasant surprise, especially in the absence of Wilson over the last couple of games. Foul.
Running that sinker 99 upstairs. First pitch sinker, sweeper was excellent. That's good to see you have a feel for that one.
It's a good sign when Ureña's at 99 this early.
Yep, especially with some movement there. I think you might have a shot trying to that sweeper or change up here.
And he goes off speed. The sweeper, strike 3, cut on and missed.
That's a pitch that's really starting to neutralize right-handed batters. He's getting a better feel for it. Late break to it, punch out. Good start, Ureña, especially when you got this guy coming to plate. You always liked him to come to the plate with no one on base.
That said, Kurtz did not have a good series in San Francisco. Went 0 for 12 with 7 strikeouts, despite being one of the best batters in all of baseball in the season.
Tell you what, he's always up there hacking at the first pitch. He's got some real good numbers on the first pitch put in play, and he was ready to go. Had a good run to that sinker.
The unanimous Rookie of the Year a season ago, and an MVP candidate here midway through 2026.
There's that good change. I punched him out 3 times up in West Sacramento. This changeup can anywhere be from 90 to 94 range.
That time goes elevated and it's fouled off.
Hyundai key for the game today. Going to David Bowie changes. We're talking about 2 pitchers with excellent changeups. So who will have the most success against the changeups today?
And Not there you go. Changeup for strike 3.
And he gets a high percentage of chases with that changeup out of the strike zone. 40.5% chase rate on the changeup. He got him a chase off the plate, punch out, and right on cue. That's how you get the key to the game, right?
That is outstanding right there. Look, hey, that's why he's the legend. That's why Mark Gubas is next to me. Kidding me?
That is incredible what he did up there against the A's and what he's done this entire season with his changeup.
And now a first pitch ground ball right over to Zach Neto in a 9-pitch inning with a couple of strikeouts for Walbert Ureña.
As a contractor, I find sometimes the most impactful thing you can say is what you do on your own home. A couple of years ago, we put a pool in our backyard, my wife and I. There was only one choice for the decking around the new pool. We used TimberTech because of the low maintenance on the product. You can install it and just enjoy it for its lifetime.
Epay, Redwood. I mean, after 1 year, you're sanding and refinishing if you want to keep that sharp look. If you don't want to sand and oil every year, you want low maintenance, go with TimberTech.
What actually works? I want to understand the choices I'm making. Now I know. Thorn.
This is Fubo. It's your way to watch your local teams all season long. Starting at only $14.99 a month. Plus, you can watch 4 games at once with Multiview. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Join Matt Yaloff and Greg Caserta on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night. Strikes him out. No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen. Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner. Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer. MLB Big Inning. All season. Presented by CarShield.
Cadillac of Laguna Niguel, Zach Neto at the top. Nolan Shonowell hitting in the 2-hole. It's the 6 straight games the Angels have had a different number 2 hitter in their starting lineup. That hasn't happened since July of 2024. Angels hoping that Mike Trout can be on his way back soon. Wade Meckler, the Anaheim native, hitting in the 5 spot. Then it's Denzer Guzman after that. Donovan Walton has been on an unreal tear. And Josh Lowe in center field is Jose Siri still on the paternity list. He'll be back tomorrow as JT Ginn. Last time he was here, he took a no-no into the 9th inning. only to lose the game, but boy, he's been good.
Yeah, I mean, his changeup, we talked about the changeup. Ureña has been really good. His slider, his fastball command is really, really solid. Although the last few times out, struggled a little bit. My go-to is to continue those struggles for Ginn is get lift on those center cut sliders. You'll see some good swing, 500 slugging with 3 home runs, but make sure that changeup is above the knees. When he gets you to chase below the knees, that is a swing and miss pitch, just like you see for Ureña. 15 punch outs and a 33.3% whip percentage on his changeup.
This is his 5th career start against the Angels. He's 1-3 against the Halos. This is the 3rd time this season JT Ginn and Walbert Ureña faced off against one another. Angels have gotten the victory in each of the first 2 as Neto goes after the first pitch. Backhand by Williams, and good hustle by Zach Neto has himself an infield single.
That's a pretty good play by Williams even to get to that baseball. He got rid of it quickly. They're going to take a look at it. It looked like his foot got down there. Good hustle by Zach Neto. He's always swinging at that first pitch. Got a first pitch changeup. Just gets it by. Muncy at third makes it a more difficult play for Williams at short, the longer throw, but he did a nice job of everything was right on that play except for the speed of Neto.
Put the ball in play, good things will happen. Case in point, just this past Wednesday.
Well, he got the last hit against him when he had the no-no going. He got a hit all ready to start the game against him.
The one he hit to end the no-no went a little further. A 2-run homer that was a smash, and that was such an important moment at that time. I mean, that was in the middle of the stretch where the Angels had dropped 8 out of 9 games, and the Halos had been reeling.
It's a tough combination to steal against, although Zach Neto's trying to get a better read to go. Ginn's pretty quick to the plate. He's only allowed 2 stolen bases, 2 caught. Langley's thrown out 36.4% of would-be base stealers. He's caught 16 base runners this year, tops in the American League.
Pickoff toss to first, and then a back safely. Langleter's in that all-star game conversation.
Oh, he's been great. He's an outstanding catcher. Good throwing arm, but his offense has been off the charts also.
One of the finalists at that position. It's basically the Toronto Blue Jays all took 1 finalist spot, and then everybody else maybe gets one. And Langeliers, they're competing with Alejandro Kirk for that catcher job. Midsummer Classic.
It's one thing of late for Ginn. It hasn't been as consistent throwing strikes. That's a benefit as a hitter, so now you're going to try to force him in the strike zone. It's a little more hittable. When you go after pitches on the edge or off the edges, it's tough to hit him.
35 walks and 82 2/3 innings. Too far inside, and there's a walk to Nolan Shonaway.
And the defense behind Ginn out in center field. Bolte has been excellent. I mean, he's been swinging the bat well, but he's got 4 defensive runs saved already and a couple outfield assists too. Soderstrom's an outstanding defender with a lot of defensive runs saved too. Out in left, Butler covers a lot of ground with a very good throwing arm out in right field. So that's a dynamic, very good outfield for the Athletics to cover a lot of ground.
Joe Adell is the Angels team leader in RBIs, but he hasn't had one in 8 games. Opportunity now with 2 on and nobody out.
Again, that's that changeup just below the knees. It's such an unhittable pitch there. If you can get it, bring it up enough, you can make a good swing at it, a good pass. But when it's below the knees, it's a very difficult pitch to square.
Neto back safely. Ginn really trying to keep a hold of Zach Neto. Dell fouls that one off. It's time for the Home Depot working on a win. How about the runs between these 2 teams when they've gotten together this year? Are you kidding me? Close to 12 runs a game the last couple of years.
No, I mean, and total home runs. I mean, that's not a misprint. That's 70. They're looking around. There's some clubs that don't even barely have that for the season this year.
Well, it was a week ago we saw 9 up in Sacramento on a Friday night. Joe Adele ground ball fielded by Ginn. Makes the play over at second. Adele hustling. He's out. And a double play. 2 gone now here in the inning. Neto over to third.
Surprising they were able to turn a double play. It looked like it was just slow developing, and he's still able to turn that.
Kind of wondering where Ginn was going to go with that. Obviously, Neto, good speed and a good break. Ginn turns around, makes the play over at second.
He was completely under control there, too. It's one of those plays sometimes the pitcher you want to let go, because when you add that extra throw in, that means there's a step or two you're adding for the runner going down the line. Well, this is right on cue. This is where the Angels have been really, really good, with 2 outs and runners in scoring position.
Ball and a strike. And hey, sometimes for this Angels club, they maybe kind of need that back against the wall to go swinging a little bit.
It's a tough matchup with that slider for Soler.
You know, Soler likes fastballs. He missed that sinker, fouled it off 1-2. And really, look at the difference of play since May the 22nd. Angels averaging over 5.5 runs a game, leading baseball.
Those numbers with runners in scoring position, 278.
Just outside. And, you know, that's an important date because you look at how the Angels started this season. It took 51 games for them to win their first 17. Started the year 17-34. Since that time, over the last 31, the Angels are 17-14. So in 20 fewer games, they got the same number of wins compared to how they started the year. And coming up with runners in scoring position, a big reason why. At times, Soler strikes out. Angels hit 2 on, nobody out, can't score.
We need to talk about soda because Poppy's changed it for the better forever. It's a bubbly, bold, better-for-you soda that still gives you that iconic fizzy flavor you can't resist. With 5 grams of sugar and ingredients you can love. You can have your soda and drink it too. Poppy. Soda's back, but so much better.
The true West has no fences. There's an edge, but you gotta find it. Find comfort from the traditions that help define it, and the confidence from having the courage to defy it. But being brave isn't about being different. It's about being yourself. Now, we might not need more people in the West, but would it hurt to have a little more West in the people?
We, the people of the ballpark, are all in on baseball. We want dingers and dogs, sunshine and a beat, a place to take it all in and let it all out. And maybe more than anything, a few hours with one another. Baseball for the people.
Let's take a look at the American League All-Star Phase 1 finalists. Yes, Mike Trout has advanced to the second stage of All-Star voting. That starts on Monday, and it's a short window for Phase 2. Ends on Thursday. Remember, those vote totals reset. So we want to get Mike Trout to the All-Star game in his hometown in Philadelphia. And it was great to chat with Mike before the game today, who continues to progress in the right direction. It's been about a week since he was placed on the IL with that hamstring strain, and he's feeling really good. Did some light jogging earlier today. He also did some stairs pretty much without any pain. So that's good. Hasn't swung the bat quite yet, but he said he can, and he will likely do that tomorrow. Said it's more of a mental thing right now, where it's the first time jogging since it happened and getting that feeling, getting over that feeling, but no soreness, most importantly, guys. And of course, we know how much he wants to play in that All-Star game, but he wants to play in an Angels game, at least a couple of them before that All-Star game in Philly, guys.
Erica, didn't he look like he had that little different look on his face? Like everything seems to be progressing in the right direction.
No question, Gooby, no question. You could just hear it in his voice, the expression on his face. He's ready to go pretty soon here.
Erica, what about the home run derby? Will we see Mike Trout take some hacks there in Philly if he gets in?
Unlikely. He was asked that also, Trent, before the game. They asked him in Sacramento. Probably because of the hamstring injury, he likely will not. But he definitely has it in his mind, maybe in the future. His kiddos definitely want him there.
All right. Thank you very much, Erica Weston, for that. Yeah, it's I think Mike knows he really wants to do it, but probably shouldn't after having the hamstring injury.
I know a lot of baseball fans would love to see that too. By the way, he's got 2 one-pitch outs already today. Ureña has been really good with that, and as a hitter, you don't want to fall behind against him. You don't know what pitch you're going to get, so you're going to be more aggressive against him.
First 12 pitches have been strikes. Make it 13. I mean, he had a 9-pitch inning. A couple of foul balls, but that was about as close to an immaculate inning as you could have. A couple of strikeouts. He had the ground ball, but all strikes. This a little tapper right back to him. Takes his time with it, makes the toss to Shonowell.
We know how good those pitchers feel for the Angels after that play by Silseth.
I still can't believe Chase Silseth made the play he made on Wednesday afternoon.
I love his explanation to Erica too, but before the game on the pregame show too. That was pretty funny.
Silseth's a beauty, isn't he?
Oh, yes.
It kind of sounded like Hoppy might have been telling him, no, throw to first. And he's like, no, I'm making this play right here. An all-time character. Strike on Butler.
Changeup. Already seeing those changeups on shadows and edges.
And the first miss of the night for Walbert Ureña. But when he's able to land that changeup for strike one, it's like it changes the whole at-bat for a pitcher.
Definitely. Well, when you put it in perspective, what Bartolo Colon did that one day, I think he had like 33 straight strikes or something crazy like that.
Just insane. Ground ball over to Donovan Walton, another quick inning. He's thrown 17 pitches to get through 2 innings.
If you need help moving and unpacking, you could ask your cousin Casey, who she hired last year.
Hey, girl. Hey, what movers did you... Sorry, are you still moving?
Or, here's a smarter move. Go with Thumbtack. The pros we know have earned over 14 million 5-star reviews. For your next home project, try Thumbtack. We know homes. Hire the right pro today.
With Kalshi, you can trade on anything.
Man, tell them something they don't know. Like I'm from Greece.
Look at Ginn,
Before I was born late one night, but Papa said everything's alright.
Hello, campeón.
It's basically
you like do this.
Stealing is when like somebody has the ball and they're going to tag the other person and somebody else takes it out of the glove.
If you want to just catch the ball, that's okay. And if you don't want to catch the ball, that's a strikeout.
Because it's fun and you don't have to be good at it, you can just play ball.
Our Kia player profile with our Anaheim native, Wade Meckler. And he sure likes playing here in Southern California. .405 home batting average. That is the best in baseball since May the 22nd.
Yeah, his ability to hit the ball left field. He's still quick enough to turn on a fastball in, as we know that. Because that's Jake DeGrom, his first career home run was turned on a fastball inside.
It was right about a month ago when he made his Angel debut and had that crazy game. The 3-run homer off DeGrom, a sliding catch, bangs into the wall in foul territory. Never hurts to make a great first impression. Wade Meckler's done that. It was after the first pitch, mishandled by McNeil, but he rallies for the out.
As a second baseman, a lot of times, even though it's a little bit of a bobble, you still have some time to make a play.
Jeff McNeil, the former Long Beach State dirtbag. And a game where it's like totally consumed by Titans. And you have Kurt Suzuki, Cal State Fullerton legend in the Angel dugout, Mark Kotze in the A's dugout. First pitch misses to Denzer Guzman. Gooby, you think that Guzman liked hitting in Sacramento? He went 4 for 14 with 3 homers there.
Yeah, but I love that one swing he had to dead center field. I mean, yeah, the wind was pushing a lot of baseballs out, but that still was a solid swing. The other pull ones, mistake pitches.
Hits a ball towards left field. That was going to drop in for a single. Angel's second hit of the game. We were talking a moment ago about Cal State Fullerton's finest and Mark Kotze and Kurt Suzuki. Mark Kotze, 95 national champion on Augie Garrido's team, won the Golden Spikes that year, player of the decade in the 90s by Baseball America. And then Kurt Suzuki wins a national championship himself in 2004. That's when George Horton was running the show. Big West Player of the Year, Johnny Bench Award. Now, a lot's been made about the Fullerton connection between those two.
The respect they have for each other and how much Kurt Suzuki, you know, says it and owes to Mark Kotze. The way he brought him along as a major league player when he first came up too is really special to hear.
I was excited to see Mark Kotze last Friday in just a wild game, but Kotze got thrown out in the second inning of that game and had to make the walk in Sacramento, the walk of shame, all the way down the warning track to the clubhouse out there. But man, Mark Kotze, Southern California legend for what he did at Cal State Fullerton.
See that move that Ginn has. He's, like I mentioned, he's a difficult guy to steal on. We've had a number of starting pitches of late for the Halos where you feel comfortable stealing bags, but this is a tough combination with Ginn and Langeliers to be able to be successful stealing the bag. It's more of a hit and run scenario I think you can run into.
It's one thing you'd like to see the Angels try to do, and I know that efforts have been made, but try to be a little bit more creative offensively when you get base runners to make things happen.
So that changeup working effectively so far against Walton. He's really swung the bat very, very well as a Halo. Coming in with 329 batting average. He's got an OPS of 885.
Walton fights it off. I couldn't believe the numbers when I was looking through them earlier today about what he's done his last 11 games. Gooby, he's batting .455 in that span. It's been incredible.
A lot of extra base hits too during the stretch.
Yeah. 6 straight starts with an extra base hit for Walton.
If he pulls me down the right field line, he's running for a while.
A lot of space there. Tried to. Taps it foul. Donovan Walton's an easy story to root for. I mean, he's a baseball lifer, kind of up and down between 3A and the major leagues. And, you know, finally, at 32 years old, getting a little bit of big league run and running with it. That time rung up. That's the second out.
That was a perfect spot on that sinker. It's one of those ones you're at the mercy of the home plate umpire. It's tough to be able to even get the barrel. All you're trying to do if you do swing at that is just fight that one off. Runs that sinker, brings it back in there. Out of the hand, you're thinking it's off the plate, but then as that sinker starts at the hip, brings it in and catches the corner.
Hard to beat that location.
Velo so far today, 92-93. At times can get up to 96.
O'Hoppe sends it in the air to shallow right field. McNeil drifting back behind second base, and that's how the inning comes to a close. No score through 2.
It all started here, the framework of a nation, drafted by history's boldest visionaries. Now, baseball's sharpest minds gather at the same fateful site to draft their own blueprints for success. The MLB Draft, July 11th at 1 Eastern.
10 seconds, guys. Let's have a go up.
At MLB Network, we're always on the move because baseball doesn't just travel, it transforms.
This is how we should do a show every day.
And we're there to meet the moment wherever the game goes. Regular season.
Welcome to Cooperstown.
All the stars are out in Atlanta, Georgia.
Postseason.
Can you believe what we just saw? Whoa!
Every season.
This is unbelievable.
This is MLB Network, the home of baseball.
Major League Baseball is back and bigger than ever before.
Pause! I'll take it from here. This is MLB Clubhouse, the YouTube channel where kids run the show, with a spot for every member of your team. Just look at this lineup.
Play ball.
Welcome to MLB Art Club. And this is the dugout. Hey, that's us. Let's see that again. Slide into the home of major fun, MLB Clubhouse. Now on YouTube.
If you like changeups, we've had a whole bunch of them for you tonight. Walbert Ureña has been really good, not just tonight, Gooby, but really all season.
Yeah, it really has been. Again, the same thing. That's why, hence we have the key to the game being changes. And the changeup so far tonight has been excellent for Walbert Ureña. Get a swing and miss there, get some soft contact, running away. And that's the big thing is, it doesn't necessarily always have to be a swing and miss pitch. You're looking for soft contact on the ground, and already 4 ground ball outs for Ureña.
And Ureña just pounding the strike zone. He's thrown 17 pitches. 16 of them have been for strikes. That's across 2 innings. He's just the second Angels pitcher since 2000 to have 1 or fewer thrown balls in the first 2 innings of a game. And the other was back in 04 when it was Jared Washburn in Detroit. Another first pitch strike. And that's going to get fouled. And we've seen how well this changeup has been thrown, but used very differently from Ginn and Ureña.
Yeah, I mean, because it's such an out pitch for him. Not only a strikeout, but it's also a soft contact with percentage. It's outstanding for both of them. The slugging percentage is .259.
And there's another strikeout. Make it 3 for Ureña. That time, the sweeper.
He's got a couple punch outs already tonight with his sweeper. Good sign. And it's more of a late break to it, too. Because as a hitter, you're aware of the changeup, but you also have to sit and look fastball because he's 97, 99. You can't look changeup when the guy's throwing 99.
This command that we're seeing from Walbert Ureña, 19 of his first 20 pitches for strikes as that ball is sky to right field.
Another 1 pitch out. 3 of them already. First time something's hit in the air.
If there's a knock on Walbert Ureña, it's that command is still a bit of a work in progress. For him to come out and pepper in the zone like this, we have not seen this from Walbert Ureña.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of confidence. There's a lot of confidence in this young man. He's only 22 years old. It's really a smart take right there. It was a good sinker, but that would have been a potential another extremely quick inning for Ureña.
A rare miss from Walbert Ureña. He's able to work right back and get it to 1-1. Walbert Ureña lowering that ERA as of now 2.31. That leads all qualified rookies in Major League Baseball. And midway through the season, I think there's a fair case to be made for Walbert Ureña as a possible Rookie of the Year candidate in the American League.
Oh, no question. And there's some great ones. McGonigal is a phenomenal player for the Tigers.
And obviously what Murakami has done with the White Sox, 20 home runs, leading all AL rookies. Travis Bazzana at Cleveland has been outstanding, but on the pitching side, it's Ureña is in a class of his own.
Another 98-mile-an-hour sinker. You're going to see that a lot from hitters. That sinker running in as a right-handed batter. A lot of foul balls off the foot.
McGonigal has the best WAR of any American League rookie at the moment. It's Murakami with the homers. It's painful.
Well, part of it is, again, that sinker's running in. When you make contact, you're hitting on top of the baseball, and it's running in. It's going to be off the plate. As a sinker ball pitcher, I remember that very, very well. And that's why we go right back in.
Rung him up.
Us pitchers, I'll tell you, Trent.
Number 4. And an 8-pitch inning, Walbert Ureña clean the first time through this A's lineup.
The Golden Spikes Award is presented to the best amateur baseball player every season.
What a start for Ureña. 3 homers for Jason Varitek. The swing of his life.
Whose spikes will turn to gold next?
And an instant. Brock Chalowski. Jackson. Goodbye.
The Golden Spikes Award, Monday at 7:30 Eastern, only on MLB Network. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Saturdays on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Well, we're celebrating Christmas in June tonight. You can celebrate America's 250th birthday next Friday with a patriotic hat, where the first 25,000 fans July the 3rd against the Red Sox will receive a patriotic hat courtesy of Pechanga Resort Casino. Visit angels.com/promotions for more info.
Having fun. The ballpark.
I'm a little jealous of that ice cream that young man's got going right now. Who needs eggnog when you can have ice cream like that? Way inside and low. I mean, an awesome giveaway today. The Santa hat. Look at this.
Yes.
Fans come out. Those are good-looking hats. Good. I've seen you and Wayne wearing those. I don't know. I know you have yours. I don't know who to call to try to get mine. I mean, there you go. I thought for a second that was like Santa's cousin. Lowe sends one to right field. That's going to drop in for a leadoff single.
That's good to see that from Josh Lowe. Now let's see if he's got 1 stolen base on the season. We know how good of a base runner. He's one of the all-time great as far as successful stolen base percentages. Again, mentioned it's a tough combo on the mound and behind the plate. You're talking about one of the all-time greats as far as stolen base percentage. Josh Lowe, well over 80% success rate.
He's quick. He's smart. Knows how to pick his spot. Has an aggressive hitter batting behind him, and Zach Neto, the leadoff man of the Angel order, with Lowe batting 9th.
Well, the good thing is, too, just the threat of a stolen base every once in a while will get you a few more fastballs at the plate. In that back part of the base, the longer tag, see, gets that hand in there.
Neto sure like a fastball here again.
We got a base hit on a changeup. First pitch you saw, infield hit. Ginn has a good slider. That's a pretty good wipeout pitch too, but it does have it on occasion get it the zone. When it's in the strike zone, it becomes a very hittable pitch.
Lowe digs, ball gets away, kicks back off the netting, and that's going to be an easy trot for Lowe to second. somehow, some way.
Yes. Second wild pitch of the season for Ginn. Overthrew that slider by a lot.
That ball kicked so hard off the backstop, it almost went to the top of the netting.
Very important now for the Halos to find a way to get him home here now, Josh Lowe, with Neto at top of the order up. At first and second in the first inning, weren't able to score. Ureña's been dominant so far. Give him some run support.
Neto with the chopper, low, ends up getting to third on a ball hit to the left side.
Real good base running. Real good base running. As soon as you saw him throw over to first base, he was able to advance to third. Great instincts on that one. Williams tried to get over to third base bag, but at that point, especially early in the game, you're not going to take a chance. Muncy, the young third baseman, a solid defender himself. Thousand Oaks High School made the good play at first base. Infield in now. Still, I'd say Max Muncy on this team, even though it was the Athletics.
Big swing by Shonowell. Shonowell's had a pretty good run. He's had 3 straight multi-hit games. That was going into Wednesday when he was able to score the tying run and bring in the winning run. I take that back. Drove in the tying run, scored the winning run, and now on a check swing up near the hands. It's a foul ball. He's trying to get out of the way.
And that cutter back up and in on him. Now you can almost expect a changeup. This he was trying to turn the body, hit the bat. It's a tough spot to be in. This is a good changeup that Ginn has. To the one pitch for Shonowell, we'd love to see him a little more consistent with Bees on that low pitch. And he's going to get probably a changeup here. Went back upstairs just to show it.
Shonowell was keeping his eye on that bottom of the zone.
Yeah, it registered as a changeup. It was a changeup. That was an odd spot for that one.
And left it up. 1-2. That time he goes down for it, pops it in the air, foul, and it's going to get out of play. We saw Nolan Shonowell on Wednesday. Deciding to channel his inner World Cup energy here on this mistake by the Orioles.
Did he bend it like Beckham? I think so. All the way down the line, goes all the way to third base.
He's trying to help Beckham's daddy's team get a win. Shonowell, hot shot and a diving snag by McNeil.
Wow, the infield in that usually gives you a better chance to get that through. What a play by O'Neill. McNeil, I should say.
Hit right back up the middle, and McNeil goes to the ground to save a run.
He was diving like Shaquille O'Neal. That was a great play. Because the infield's in, that makes it even more impressive because it wasn't hit extremely hard, but with the infield in, it got on him quickly.
Yeah, whatever the exit velo is, add like 10 at least with the infield in.
Yep.
It was 82-7 off the bat. Still a nice play. Now 2-0 to Joe Adell, and gosh, the Angels, you mentioned it. They had 2 on, nobody out in the first inning, couldn't score. They got a leadoff man at second base, nobody out. Then to third with 1 gone. Angels could sure use a run here, and it's 3-0 on Joe Adell.
If I'm Joe Adell and the Angels right now, I'm green light right here, definitely.
Adell takes a strike.
Pretty good pitch. Pitcher's pitch on that one, though. Just because of 3 doesn't mean you always go up there hacking at it. If you're not comfortable in that spot, you center in a zone, and that was towards the outside corner.
Adele sends it back behind short. Williams is there, and that's how the inning comes to a close.
Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Saturdays on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
It's basically you do this. Stealing is when somebody has the ball and they're going to tag the other person and somebody else takes it out of the glove.
If you want to just catch the ball, that's okay. And if you don't want to catch the ball, that's a strikeout.
Because it's fun and you don't have to be good at it, you can just play ball.
Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhance game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game, blackout-free. Even stream minor league games and more. It's all here and it's all new. Get MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus.
This game, 25 pitches thrown, 23 of them have been strikes. There's 2 out of the zone and a lot of outs on pitches in the zone so far. This on the edges has him guessing throughout, changing speeds out in front. Snap on that sweeper, and his fastball, both his sinker and his four-seamer have been solid so far.
3 clean innings on 25 pitches for Walbert Ureña, 23 for strikes. And the first pitch, the Bolte, of course, misses in. Now, that doesn't change this stat, though, Mark Ubiza, because with just the 2 balls thrown in 3 innings from Walbert Ureña, no Angel pitcher has done that in the last 26 years. Has not happened. And only 3 pitchers now have done it this year. So tonight, Walbert Ureña's 1. Any guesses on who the other 2 might be in the American League?
In the American League. Whew.
One of them's won a Cy Young.
Well, that makes it slightly easier to Skubal.
Yeah, there you go. We got Derek Skubal as one. Division foe is the other.
Well, I mean, there's a number of guys up in Seattle that could probably you could put in there, whether it's Logan Gilbert or George Kirby.
It's very good. George Kirby, way to go. I'm pretty impressed. Over to Donovan Walton, and there's another quick out. Nick Kurtz coming up for the A's here, and Gooby, here's how the Angels have attacked Kurtz so far this season.
And a lot of times you think of Kurtz, he's such a good fastball hitter, but you got to go to that fastball. It's got to be elevated. 0 for 7 with 6 strikeouts, chases at 8, 9 swing and misses on the elevated fastball. Now the thing is, when you go upstairs, you got to go up there with conviction, because if it drifts down, that's trouble. You got to stay upstairs, make them aware of that, show that changeup on occasion, and then get them to swing at that. Try to up there again.
Kurtz a strikeout victim his first time up. 62 runs batted in. Just past the midway point in the season for Nick Kurtz.
He's got a great eye, too. Wasn't overly convinced that was a strike, but it just touches it. That's a great changeup. Again, that's 87. You can throw it 91, 92.
Kurtz goes the other way. It's a hard to left field. Meckler going back for it at the warning track, and just in front of the wall is the second out.
That would have been trouble up there in West Sacramento. He's got incredible power the other way.
Especially you get the jet stream, no upper deck. That's a different story up there. But a harmless second out here.
Remember, Langlier's grounded out to Neto on the first pitch he saw last at bat.
That would have been a homer in 16 of the 30 ballparks for those interested. Not the big A.
Up there hacking again. He's had a lot of success on the first pitch. He's not going to change the way he swings and approaches the baseball. I mean, he's hit the ball extremely well. 35 extra base hits, including 19 home runs, 16 doubles.
Nothing in 2 on Shea Langeliers.
That arm action on his changeup is so good.
Walbert Ureña, another level of dialed in right now. Has retired the first 11 A's he's seen tonight. Lifted foul. Tonight we've seen Walbert Ureña get ahead in counts, and it has allowed his pitch sequencing to have so many options. He's finding a lot of success. 0-2. And there's strikeout number 5 through 4 for Walbert Ureña. 12 up, 12 down. Ureña perfect so far through 4 innings.
Step up to the plate with MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhanced game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game. Plus live minor league action and even Game Day 3D. The ultimate second screen experience on MLB Plus. Now available on the MLB app.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
The Athletes Unlimited Softball League is back on MLB Network. It's the place to see the world's best professional women's softball players.
Yes, she did!
Watch the Bandits take on the Spark, Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern on MLB Network.
It all started here, the framework of a nation, drafted by history's boldest visionaries. Now, baseball's sharpest minds gather at the same fateful site to draft their own blueprints for success, the MLB Draft.
We're celebrating America's 250th birthday at the Big A with 4th of July weekend fireworks. Watch your Halos take on the Boston Red Sox Friday, July the 3rd through Sunday, July the 5th. And stay after every game for a post-game fireworks show driven by your SoCal Hyundai dealers. Visit angels.com/promotions.
Is that Mr. and Mrs. Claus there in the stands there?
Well, they've been around. There we go.
Yes.
Hello to the Claus family. That's sad. I thought I saw Santa throw out the first pitch tonight.
Yeah, he had to put his uniform back on and relax in the stands.
There you go.
He's a fan now.
Kubi, there's been a lot of imposters thinking that they're Santa Claus that have come by the Big A. That might be the real guy. That might be him.
Well, we know Buddy's here today, and and they're good friends. So,
okay. Well, Buddy would know. Jorge Soler sends a rocket in the center field. Back for it though, and able to make the catch on the run is Bolto. And now a quick word from Hyundai.
A car that sees what you can't, how it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
JT Ginn has been good so far. Angels have had some chances, but haven't really been able to capitalize. Here's Wade Meckler.
So good on off-speed. 364 batting average on off-speed pitches.
We've seen a steady diet of changeups and sliders for that matter. Sweepers for JT Ginn. Another pop-up. Back behind. Shortstop. That's going to drop in there. Soderstrom and Bolte were closing in. Nobody caught it, and Meckler ends up at second.
A rocket double for Meckler. He'll like it. It's one of those plays, too, you know, when you think about the dynamics of the defenders going after this baseball. Yeah, Williams hasn't played a ton. You're used to Jacob Wilson out there, and you got Soderstrom, who's really good, too. Come and slide in there. He's frustrated, too. You can see after this ball hits that grass in the outfield, he slams his hand down there. He was upset with himself.
Yeah. Williams was going back for it. Soderstrom coming in. Bolte coming up.
There's not a lot of guys that experience together on a play like that, one of those tough ones.
Jacob Wilson still out for the A's. His pinch hit for on Wednesday. Did not play yesterday and not in the lineup again tonight. Not on the IL. Not playing in this game.
You know, he wanted to be out there being a SoCal guy himself. Real good hitter, a real good hitter.
Once again, the Angels have a runner in scoring position with less than 2 outs. This is the 3rd time in 4 innings that's been the case.
That sinker had some movement to it.
Popped out of the glove of Langeliers. Hit the leather and still kept moving. Guzman got a hit his first time up. Another one here could mean a run. Popped up back behind home, and that's going to get into the seats. So now 2 strikes on Denzer Guzman. Guzman, who's fared well against the A's on the season.
He'll try that sinker in on him, or does he go to slider?
And that's too far in. It was the sinker. Now a 3-2 payoff. Ginn at 50 pitches right now. Through 3 1/3. Meanwhile, Ureña threw 4 on just 36 pitches. And that time, it's Guzman who gets rung up, strike 3.
Similar to that game he had against the Halos here. He took that no-no into the 9th inning. He was painting fastballs and a lot of takes on his fastball. It's like Bradish the other day for Baltimore.
He's had 2 very different outings against the Angels so far this season.
That no-hitter, 0-2 pitch that Adam Frazier broke it up, then a 2-0 fastball, dead center walk-off loss. Remember, that was a 1-0 count that Neto challenged and worked through a 2-0 count, then he got his fastball and he drilled it out to center field. That's got to be one of the toughest ones.
Oh.
You got a no-no in the 9th inning. Not only you don't get the no-no, you end up walking off the field with the loss. As the old saying is, pitcher, that's the complete loss.
No hits through 99 pitches and hits that 100 pitch ceiling, and very different story. Donovan Walton. What gets forgotten about that game too, Gooby, is in the top of that inning, it was Chase Silseth who was on the mound. As the ball gets away, breaking for 3rd is Meckler, and he's safe as the ball gets away from Muncy.
Well, they might have had a shot at him at 3rd, but also it's one of those dangerous plays that could go down the line. That should be a pass ball.
Rare to see that for Langeliers. But what I was getting at is in that game, they had the bases loaded. The A's did, with Nick Kurtz batting 1 out. And Chase Silseth got a huge double play ball. That set up the momentum for Frazier to get the 0-2 hit before Zach Neto sent one to center field for the game winner.
That's big right there, too, because we've already seen a wild pitch in this game for Ginn. Now a man on third. Still don't understand why you go out to talk to a pitcher when you just had a punch out. I'm always about this in a rhythm, and I want to slow down. I had my interesting conversation with pitching coaches over the years when they came out, especially after I got a punch out. I'm like, I don't know if I can do any better than that.
And there you go, right up the middle is an RBI. Donovan Walton drives in the first run of the game, and the Halos are on the board. It's 1-0 in the fourth.
Been so good. Back up the middle. Four-seam fastball, hard of the plate. Back up the middle, big part. Another base hit with 2 outs with a runner in scoring position for the Halos.
30th RBI of the year for Donovan Walton. Shot it in the center, and a single scores a run. We've seen a lot of that. The Angels jumping in front here in the month of June, or the Angels have played much better baseball 16 times now. This year they've scored first this month, tied to the Cardinals and the Dodgers for the most in baseball. Logan O'Hoppe now hits one to left field, and diving for the catch is Soderstrom. That's how the inning comes to a close, but the Angels get a run. It's 1-0 after 4.
Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Saturdays on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
Major League Baseball is back and bigger than ever before.
Pause. I'll take it from here. This is MLB Clubhouse, the YouTube channel where kids run the show, with a spot for every member of your team. Just look at this lineup.
Play ball.
Welcome to MLB Art Club. And this is the dugout.
Hey, that's us. Let's see that again. Slide into the home of Major Fun, MLB Clubhouse. Now on YouTube.
10 seconds, guys. Let's have a go up.
At MLB Network, we're always on the move because baseball doesn't just travel, it transforms.
This is how we should do a show every day.
And we're there to meet the moment wherever the game goes. Regular season.
Welcome to Cooperstown.
All the stars are out in Atlanta, Georgia.
Postseason.
Can you believe what we just saw?
Whoa!
Every season.
This is unbelievable.
This is MLB Network, the home of baseball.
On ABTV is presented by Pechanga Resort Casino and brought to you by Villa Ford of Orange. Step up to the plate and drive home a winner today at Villa Ford of Orange. Walbert Ureña has been electric through 4 innings, 12 up, 12 down so far. Soderstrom bats for the second time in this game, and the efficiency has been remarkable. Just 36 pitches through 4 innings for Walbert Ureña.
And been really, really good. This is a tough batter right here. Soderstrom, he was still upset he didn't catch that one fly ball that fell in by Meckler. But he made a nice play there on a sliding catch on O'Hoppe, so you got to be careful with him right here.
We've been hearing about Walbert Ureña for some time. In the last couple of years, Gubano Yu, Mark Langston, and Chuck Finley, among several other Red Angel alumni, would spend some time seeing some of these pitchers in spring training. And I remember talking to you all the time. You're always like, hey, watch for Walbert Ureña. This kid has something special.
Yeah, definitely.
Now here he is, and finally starting to see that payoff at the major league level, where he's been more effective in the big leagues than he's even ever been at the minor league level. Though he falls behind 3-0 here. But I mean, these are not American League rookies. These are AL starter rankings. Since the start of May, there's only been one pitcher better.
I mean, I saw him a couple years ago when I first saw him in bullpen. I went right in there in the meeting with all the coaching staff. said, this kid's arm is unreal. And they said, he's kind of raw. It'll be a little bit of time. I said, I'd take a shot at him right now. He's that good. It's a pretty good pitch.
Logan O'Hoppy's going to challenge this.
It's going to be close. I think it might be a little below, though. That is such late movement on this changeup.
And just misses. So there goes the chance at a perfect game. First base runner for the A's. And I mean, and this has just been so consistent for Walbert Ureña. 10 straight outings of going at least 5 innings, giving up 3 runs or fewer. Burley, Sabathia, Laureano, Walbert Ureña for AL pitchers to do that 22 years or younger.
That's pretty impressive company there. I think all said and done, Burley is going to get in the Hall of Fame himself. And Laureano was incredible himself.
It's a little tapper. It's over to Shonowell. He takes to get the play at second. And gets the first out, and hustling up the line was on.
I'm going to make sure he got the bag at second, because that was a lot closer than I thought all the way around. This is going to be a big call at second base here. And maybe even first base.
Could be.
That's a good throw, a firm throw.
This could be one of those rare plays where both teams might want to challenge.
Definitely out at second.
Yep.
Just got the foot down. I'll tell you what, that was a great throw by Shonowell on that one. He had to get a lot on it.
Wasn't hit very hard. You mentioned Mark Burley. Gooby, you had a chance to see that White Sox score tonight. All eyes were on Chicago as the White Sox were playing Kansas City because Bobby Witt Jr. was back in the Royals lineup. Well, the White Sox had something to say about that once they put 10 runs on the board in the 3rd inning, en route to a 22-1 victory.
Bears had it working. Chiefs not so.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion.
Change up here eventually. If he can get him out in front, he can roll it over to second base.
Change up lands for strike 2. Way outside.
Missed by Ladd on that sinker. Just that elbow drop just enough.
And there's going to be another free pass. So 2 walks in the inning after he had gone 4 clean innings on 36 pitches. 2 walks here in the frame, and Logan O'Hoppy is going to go out and try to settle down Walbert Ureña.
That's a good decision to have that conversation. There's pretty much, especially as a young pitcher, there's going to be an inning where things go a little bit off for you. Sometimes you'll get a swing and a pitch out of the strike zone and you get through it, but this athletic team is fairly patient as far as not chasing out of the strike zone a lot. One of the most patient teams in baseball. They have an on-base percentage of .329 as a club.
Well, we have a moment. A quick word from Jack in the Box.
Get fired up with my new Hot Ones Munchie Meal with a Sriracha Curly Fry Burger or Buffalo Chicken Tater Melt.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
You talk to Walbert Ureña's teammates, and they'll all tell you the kind of competitor he is, the kind of person he is, and the maturity that he has. He doesn't seem like a 22-year-old on the mound, in the clubhouse, around the team. He's young. He's still learning. He doesn't have, you know, the ego that sometimes comes with a veteran, but he's confident and poised. We're trying to find his command here in the 5th inning when it was so good for the first 4.
Almost got Muncy go after that sweeper. Six outs on the ground so far.
Big swing and a miss. 97 on that sinker.
Last time he did the same thing. Remember, he fouled the ball off his foot on a sinker like this. First at bat. Some run to it. And if you make contact, that's off your foot again.
1-1.
It's kind of overthrown just a bit.
maybe a little amped up through 4 innings, feeling as good as he was, probably the best he's ever thrown.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, every pitcher goes through an inning where no matter what kind of game you have working, you just the feel for your pitches. Again, it's only 1 pitch away from getting a double play ball.
Tap foul. Trying to get a shutdown inning here right after the Angels just taking the lead in the bottom of the 4th. Two. It's the ground ball. It's stopped, knocked down by Walton, and nobody's going to get it. Everybody's safe. He got the ground ball, but now the bases are loaded.
Don't know if he's going to be able to get back. Walton to be able to step on the base and turn a double play, but definitely in position to be able to get the out at second. But at least the ball stayed in the infield. Now you have a guy who's a really good contact guy at the plate for the Athletics. A tough one here.
It's Ureña ground ball to the right side, and it's going to get through for a run. Here comes another 2 score. Just like that, the A's have taken the lead. Max Muncy coming up big.
You see, I mean, he's going to make contact. It's just a matter of if he can get it at somebody.
And after Muncy was able to reach on his ground ball, it's Jeff McNeil putting the A's out in front with a 2-run single. And now here comes Mike Maddox when everything was going about as well as it possibly could through the first 4 innings. Here in the 5th, things getting away from Ureña a little bit. He's thrown 18 pitches here. He had not hit double digits in any inning prior to this.
Yeah, it's the walks, really, in this inning.
Take it back. In the 4th inning, he had 11 pitches. Forgive me, but 18 pitches here in the 5th. And the 5th inning's always a big one for a starting pitcher. It's oftentimes a decisive inning if you have a chance to get the win, but also a chance at a shutdown right after the Angels had taken the lead. Malika Williams drops the bunt.
More of a safety squeeze on that one.
Runners at the corners with 1 out. Now 2 strikes on Williams. Comes the 0-2. It's a ground ball, another one back up the middle, gets past Walton, and that's another run. Hustling for 3rd and getting there safely. And now the ball gets away, and to second goes Williams. McNeil got to 3rd after Muncy had scored. And on the ball getting away, Williams ends up at second base.
Another ground ball that just had some eyes to it.
Hit on the shortstop side of second base, but Walton, the closest player to it, shifted over. And now 2 more in scoring position, as Walter Ureña's night has changed quickly. It's Henry Bolte.
Use that punch out right now.
Charge an error to low on that throw would allow Williams to get over to second.
But the Athletics scoring 3 runs in this inning, all just on ground balls, the seeing eye ground balls.
And nothing has been overly hard.
It's almost challengeable, that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Bolte does not challenge. Ureña fortunate for that. In the dirt. That's right after the Angels had taken the lead with Walbert Ureña on cruise control. Starts with a leadoff walk. Then another walk 2 batters later, and some ground balls that have gotten through. Before you can blink, 3 runs have scored for the A's. 2-2 pitch. There's another ground ball that's going to get through. 1-1 will score. Hustling and scoring as well will be Williams. So 2 are in, a 2 RBI hit for Bolte. And now it's a 5-run 5th inning for the A's.
Changeup, a pretty good changeup too. Hit on top of the baseball, but field in. Better your chances of getting through the infield. Stolen base threat. Now first base.
And that's all been the bottom part of the order for the A's that have done all the damage. Nick Kurtz bats here. Bolte gets back. The first 4 innings could not have gone any better for Walbert Ureña. This 5th couldn't have gone much worse. Just 1 out, still not out of it. And for this A's team, usually a pretty front-loaded lineup, but it's the 7 through 9 hitters with 3 RBIs on 3 singles. Just not used to seeing that from the A's.
No. No, it's a couple throws over there. The only thing is, if you go and you're successful, you're just going to walk Kurtz.
Chopper foul. What's been the difference for Ureña this inning?
It really came down to the walks. I mean, there's really not a lot you could do as far as controlling where those ground balls are going. There's 4 ground ball singles. We talked about it already. 5, make that 6 ground ball outs. If they're at people, it's a 0 put up. But the walks are the thing that really set this going for the Athletics tonight. And like I mentioned, they're a pretty patient team.
Over 40% of the pitches Ureña has thrown in this game have come in this inning. And that's a pickoff. Oh no,
the balk because it's third throw over.
So that's going to send Bolte over to second, as they did not get him. And on the balk, another runner in scoring position is Kurtz in a 2-1 count. Surely will not get anything good to hit. And now some action in the Angels bullpen. It's Brent Suter starting to get loose.
That's a 3-1 hack. Boy, strong guy at the plate. Or 2-1 hack, I should say.
You thought maybe once Bolte got over to second base, just all right, you can kind of pitch around Nick Kurtz. And now here is the 30th pitch of the inning. And it's rocket right up the middle. Nick Kurtz is going to bring in yet another run for the A's. Throw is cut off, and now it's 6-1 in the 5th.
That was a changeup, was upstairs, and it was hit almost 108 off the bat. The first baseball was actually hit on the line this inning. And he's been really good with his changeup against Kurtz, but that was too much of the play and upstairs.
108 off the bat of Kurtz. In an inning that's been a lot of dinks and dunks and dribblers and walks. Finally a ball hit hard, but at this point, it's the 6th run of the inning.
It's a good pitch there. You go back to what they did in the 9th inning yesterday afternoon up in San Francisco. They're a team that's, especially this offense, is capable of a crooked number, especially if a free pass or two's in there.
I mean, when they get rolling, as that one gets away from Ohapi, and Kurtz will walk to second base. Yeah, last night in San Francisco, they were down 6-5. Bolte gets a broken bat single. That one just between the pipes. Bolte then advanced on a wild pitch, even though Kurtz strikes out, Langler's grounds out. The Soderstrom walk on an ABS review put 2 on 2 out for Hine. His RBI hit tied the game. Butler drives in another with an RBI single. And then Muncy on 0-2 has a 2-run flare. And just like that, it's 9-6, and the A's come back to win the game. It's been a very similar recipe here in this 5th inning. All of that happening last night, by the way, with 2 outs. That ball's hit hard in the left field. That's going to get down for a hit. Neckler picks it up. Kurtz is being waved around. Throw is cut off, and Kurtz scores. Thought there might have been a chance at a play at the plate there.
Yeah, it looked like he definitely had an opportunity to play at the plate. Just need that communication.
And after Walbert Ureña was on to the best start of his career, perfect through 4 innings, a nightmare 5th, 7 runs have scored, and he's responsible for the runner at first, and that's going to end his night.
You read every label at the grocery store, but have you read your dog's food label? Sundays for Dogs gently air dries meat and superfoods to preserve nutrients and flavor. It's healthy, complete nutrition with no artificial preservatives, fillers, or synthetics. Plus, there's no refrigeration or thawing required. Just scoop and serve. See the difference real food makes in your dog's life. Get 30% off your first box today.
Why go on Roe? Because 1 in 4 guys.
1 in 4 guys. 1 in 4 guys experience ED.
On Roe, ED feels like no big deal. Connect with a provider to find treatment that could be right for you. 100% online.
Roe designed or curated treatments to make ED feel less stressful. There are options to fit every need, like fast-acting dissolvables or daily gummies. If 1 in 4 guys deal with ED,
then 1 in 4 guys should go on Roe.
Guys, connect with a provider at roe.co to see if you qualify.
Enhance game nights with MLB Plus. Watch live out-of-market games on MLB Network. Hear home and away radio broadcasts of every game, plus access to MLB Big Inning and more. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year.
After a perfect first 4 innings for Walbert Ureña, the 6th inning has been a string of singles, 6 in a row. 7 runs have scored for the A's. Threw nearly as many pitches in the 5th as he did in the first 4. Had command trouble early, starts with the leadoff walk, and you can see the frustration on Walbert Ureña's face on a night that couldn't have started much better and spun away. Brent Suter's in to pitch for the Angels, facing Tyler Soderstrom. 1 on, 1 out. Just too bad the way this inning has gone. 7 on the board for the A's.
Well, remember, the Angels scored 7 inning and they lost up there in West Sacramento.
That is true.
So there's always hope.
Maybe the Angels can return the favor here on a Friday night in Southern California. And the hard part about this is, you know, the Angels score a run after missing chances in the 1st and 3rd innings to capitalize. They finally scratch one across, and then you're looking for a shutdown inning, and this 5th frame has been anything but. And now JT Ginn might need to start stretching a little bit in the dugout, because he's been sitting for 20 minutes, and well, sitting now is Walbert Ureña.
Not used to anything like this. He's been so dominant.
Has to be a pretty lonely feeling.
Especially how good he's been, and a lot of those ground balls just found holes.
I mean, coming into this game, Walbert Ureña, best ERA of every qualified rookie. Off the end of the bat foul. Well, a jam shot, excuse me.
But it all started with Soderstrom had a good pace in the bat. You thought he was going to go back out after that couple plays in the field, one that fell in front of him, then a sliding catch, that he'd be aggressive, but he was patient enough, worked the leadoff walk, and we always know those leadoff walks can result in something not as good.
Runners on the move, and he's in there safely. It's Langeliers.
Did that against one of the best moves in baseball with Suter on the mound, too. Second stolen base.
Hit towards left field. Meckler up for it is there, and that's the second out. And that's the thing. All of those runs coming with just one out. Jonah Heim is the 11th batter of the inning for the A's. It was Heim's heroics last Friday night that were built upon last night as well. He's been clutch.
Big time hack at that one. Now he's got him ready for his changeup.
Suter a strike away from ending an incredibly disappointing 5th inning for the Angels. Just off the plate. On a night where it's been about Christmas spirit here at the Big A, the A's are playing the role of Grinch in the 5th. 7 runs. That one misses in. Now it's 3-2.
Well, we've seen a lot of comebacks already, even in MLB tonight, including Colorado coming back, sending the game in extra innings in Minnesota. So there's plenty of time. Just got to stop it right here.
Lifted to right field. That should do it. Adele comes up, and there is the final out of the inning. The A's score 7, take a 7-1 lead.
Guys, stop what you're doing and head over to Fabletics, because right now everything is 80% off, including shirts, tees, polos, and shorts, pants, joggers. Perfect for the gym, office, or golf. Get 80% off everything right now when you sign up as a new VIP, only at Fabletics.com.
Helping pets in need is now as easy as slipping into a pair of Skechers. With hands-free Skechers Bob Sports slip-ins, this year, Skechers will donate over $600,000, and they donated over $13 million and helped over 2 million pets. Hands-free Bob Sports slip-ins from Skechers.
Greenlight's been amazing, encouraging the kids to do their chores and save. We started using Greenlight to get chores done, but it has led to so much more.
Hey Noah, what are you doing?
I'm researching the stock market.
What's a stock market?
Hey, I'm at the game. And we should always use Game Time for tickets. They're dropping cool features like zone deals and price drop alerts so we can go to more games and shows. Finally, a ticketing app that actually gives a Download the app today.
Adding throwing creatine has definitely helped me with how I perform on the court. I feel like I have a lot of endurance throughout the 82-game season, and I'm making those split-second decisions with a clear mind and a clear vision. It seems like the game slows down with throwing.
This is Fubo. It's your way to watch your local teams all season long. Starting at only $14.99 a month. Plus, you can watch 4 games at once with Multiview. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
It's been an interesting evening here at Angel Stadium. Roughly an hour before the start of tonight's game, the Angels making some news that John Mozeliak will take over the baseball operations in an interim role as the new interim GM, as a baseball operations consultant in the meantime after a lot of success in St. Louis, 10 postseason appearances, World Series in 2011, replacing Perry Minasian, who is in the midst of his 6th season here with the Angels as the general manager. Again, Gooby, it's been a bit of a strange day, and now we've seen an Angels team that got off to a good start. See a tough 5th inning with 7 runs.
Well, you think of Mo, the success, 16 winning seasons, 10 postseason appearance for the Cardinals. It was the Cardinals' way, and he's been able to bring that from the minor league system up to the major league level. Hopefully that's the scenario where he has the handprint put in there with the draft coming up, potential trade deadline deals. All those things come into play to try to be successful.
Josh Lowe gets himself a single here, and I think you bring up some interesting timing as well because of what you're talking about with the draft and the trade deadline coming up. Team President Molly Jolly had this to say, quote, "John is one of the most accomplished and respected baseball executives with a proven track record of building a winning organization. For 3 decades, he constructed one of baseball's most respected organizations, combining strong leadership with a commitment to player development and organizational excellence." It was Molly Jolly who continued saying, "We are thrilled to welcome him to the Angels." Speaking of John Mozeliak, we look forward to benefiting from his experience and perspective as we continue to shape the future of our organization.
And I think it goes back to Mo, what he has done as organizational philosophy, winning organization. That means that start at the lowest level of the minor leagues all the way up to the major league level. Every player that plays in the minor leagues has that same mentality of winning at the major league level. That's what's so important.
Yeah, a lot of Angels-Cardinals connections, and now he joins this Angel family in an interim role to sort out the direction for what's to come for the Angels.
A lot of decisions to make. The team is, when you mentioned earlier how well they've played really since May 22nd. So you got to keep going in the right direction, but also some players need to be added here and there. And the draft, so important.
You just got to be realistic about the Angels situation right now. Currently, last place in the American League West, but if you look at the way the American League has played out, 5.5 games out of a playoff spot, and again, the Angels have over the last month played much better, but they started very poorly to this season, 17-34. If the Angels can continue playing, the next 31 games like they've played the last 31 at 17-14, winning series, not getting swept, being able to move the needle a little bit, you can see this team try to play themselves into contention, and at the same time, you have to understand where you're at in the standings coming into this game. 14
building around who's the guy at the plate right here. Just keep getting more and more out of the guy at the plate here, Zach Neto.
This is a ground ball over to shortstop. Williams makes the toss to McNeil on to first, and Neto is safe.
Oh wait, Josh Lowe 2 for 2 today. That's a good sign for him. That sinker's been pretty effective again. Very similar to that start here at the Big A when he took that no-hitter in the 9th inning. Sinker's running in really effectively against right-handed batters, running in on the hands.
And John Mozeliak's going to bring fresh eyes too on this organization, a new look, make evaluations and respond appropriately.
Also want to wish Perry Minasian the very best.
Absolutely.
I mean, he loved the opportunity he had to be able to try to build this team. And you look at some of these young players, and especially some of the younger players in the lower levels of the minor leagues. Every single team this season in the minor leagues is over 500 for the Halos. So the direction going positive.
John Mozeliak now taking over the baseball
well respected around the game of baseball.
An organization like St. Louis gets a reputation for the way they handle their business. Well, people like Mozeliak have a lot to do with that. Now with the Angels.
I'd love to see the Angels just respond by even if they can score just a couple runs here. That's how you get that momentum back and you create doubt. They showed they come back in a number of those games up at West Sacramento. And also a no-hitter taken in the 9th. They come back and walk it off. So you just need to respond here. There's plenty of game left. They're down significant amount, 6, but scoring here is so important.
I mean, Angels know that from being on the other side as Nolan Shawnewell strikes out. I mean, when they had that big 11-4 lead exactly a week ago tonight. Next thing you know, a couple of runs here, a couple of runs there, and the A's crept themselves back into position to come up with a comeback victory. Angels would love a chance to return the favor tonight.
This thing that Ginn has gotten Shawnwell to go after a number of fastballs above the strike zone. Shawnwell is so good on elevated pitches, but not that high out of the strike zone.
Joe Adell skies a ball to right field. That ball is still going back towards the wall, and it's up, and it's gone.
That gets you right back.
Joe Adell's 11th of the season is a 2-run blast, and the Angels come back with a pair of runs.
That's exactly what you needed right there. Adell says hello. Just like that, now it's the 4-run deficit. And it's been a while where we're really seeing a squared up baseball again, and going that way for Joe, love to see that. Get him hot again. He likes hitting home runs in the month of June.
Been waiting on the power surge for Joe Adell, the club's RBI leader. Parks it for 2. So the Angels try to work themselves back into this game.
Fastball out over the plate. Just a perfect swing on that one. 102.3 off the bat. Didn't try to pull it. Stayed on it. Hit it that way in right field. Some carry.
You know, Jorge Soler has the ability to leave the yard, and boy, it's been a while since Joe Adell has homered. I go back maybe 3 weeks. It's also a first pitch homer for Joe Adell. 6th time he's done that this year. Believe it or not, that's time for the most in baseball.
So I got to give a little love to Butler out there. I mean, as a pitcher, you respect an outfielder thinking he might have a shot at that ball, but that ball went in the stands. He still jumped up for it. I respect him for that one. As a pitcher, you never like the one where the outfielder just doesn't move and just lets it go.
There's nothing worse than like the half turn and just watch it soar. Fly ball left field, foul territory, drifting towards the seats and staying playable. Williams gets there, but Joe Adell decided to pack up Santa's sleigh with a couple of gifts. 2 runs. The Angels trying to climb their way back.
Cooking a dinner my whole family can enjoy is a piece of chaos. The requests these kids make are really something.
Dad, can I get some strawberries and ketchup?
Home Chef's new family menu has been a lifesaver. With Home Chef's easy 4-serving meals, we get dinner done quicker.
I have to finish my masterpiece.
Do I even want to know?
Home Chef's family menu. The parents who get it, get Home Chef. Get 18 free meals at homechef.com.
When we started Warby Parker, we just sold glasses, and only online. But people liked them a lot. So we offered more things, like sunglasses and contacts. And then we thought, what if we sold eyewear online and in stores? So we did that. And now we have stores in neighborhoods all over. There you can chat with friendly opticians and get eye exams from top-notch doctors. Now, no matter where you go, we've got your eyes covered.
With Kalshi, you can trade on anything.
Man, tell them something they don't know. Like I'm from Greece.
Looking good, Yaddy-O!
Said everything's alright.
Hello, campeón.
Update your Angels wardrobe with a throwback colored crew neck as part of the throwback week of the Big A. First 25,000 fans in attendance Friday, July the 17th will receive a throwback colored crew neck courtesy of Salinas Inc. Visit angels.com/promotions. Red Suter working against Lawrence Butler. Maybe Suter was out at Canyon Hills Library today, part of the Rally Readers program the Angels put on, reading books to kids. And for the first time in the history of that event, Brent Suter brought his own book that he had written himself, The Binky Bandit, that he had out there. And he was reading The Binky Bandit to about 300 kids. It was a packed event. Now he gets a strikeout of Lawrence Butler to start the inning.
All-time great guy. All-time great guy. Incredibly smart, understands the importance of reading. Write his own book too. I like that. This cat can do everything.
I told him it's a good thing it was a kid's book, otherwise I don't stand a chance.
Lots of pictures for you?
Plenty of pictures. Had to make sure the print was big enough too. One and 0 on Max Muncy. Two balls and a strike to Max Muncy on that changeup from Suter. And that long relief roll, just trying to keep the Angels in this game. Over the head of Walton. It's down for a hit. Let's bring in Erica Weston, who is more on another Angel reliever. Hi, Erica.
Hey, Trent. How about Chase Silseth back on Wednesday in the top of the 10th inning? This unbelievable glove flip to get the out at home. What a play. And what a pregame interview we had with Silly before the game. He said he's rewatched that so many times. He said he rolled his ankle. That's why he fell. No recollection of how he got there. But as Gooby mentioned, on Wednesday, they do that glove flip during the season. Usually when they work on bunt plays at the end. He said it's ironic because all of mine during practice are pretty bad. They're all up, so it's pretty cool to be a part of that.
Yeah, he probably has too much time to think when they're practicing that. You don't have time to think on that one.
Great play. Great call, Gooby.
The old thinking is overrated.
You don't need that. Take it 20 feet at a time for Chase Silseth.
That was an unreal play. I mean, when you look back at that game, so many variables came into it. And he was a big reason why they were able to win that game here against the Athletics early when he turned that double play against Kurt. So if you make those plays, you always have a chance.
Gooby, I couldn't believe how much he got on it, because he had to, he couldn't just lob it up there. He had to put something on it on that shovel to O'Hop.
Those are strong wrists and hands there. That's how you're able to do that. Just like he's showing right there. Look how strong my hands are. He knows he's on camera.
That's right. Way to play it up, Chase Silseth.
Tell you what, that swing by Joe Adele, this is a ball game right now. Brent Suter knows that. Certainly wasn't a well-hit baseball, but found the outfield for Muncy. They make some contact, a little bit more than past Athletic teams. Patient, contact. They do have power also.
I mean, we talked about this even prior to first pitch tonight. We've seen this Angels team show some fight, have the ability to come back. Two of their biggest comebacks of the season have come in the last week. And you give up 7 runs, you got what, 2 options. You pack it in, okay, white flag, that's it, we're done. Or you go fight, and Joe Adele hits a 2-run home.
Yeah, that's a great swing too by Joe.
Opposite field. Ground ball picked up by Shonowell, tossed to Neto. Suter gets over to first in time.
There's not many better fielding pitchers than Brent Suter. He found that bag. Good turn.
Huge double play.
Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhanced game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game, blackout-free. Even stream minor league games and more. It's all here and it's all new. Get MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus.
The journey. It starts here. On the fields where dreams begin. Every swing counts. Every step matters. Every moment inspires. The fundamentals today, the possibilities of tomorrow. Pitch, hit, and run. The journey starts here. Scan the QR code to sign up today.
Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Saturdays on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
Job finding the bag like that for Brent Suter, but it all starts with a perfect throw to Nolan Charlewell. Quick feed, turn back by Neto. 3, 6, 1, double play turn. Suter, the best. He's got the highest defensive run save of any pitcher in the game right now. He's that good at first. I don't even know how he found the bag there. The key to that one is, Trent, is you don't go into stretch position right away. You find the bag first with your foot, and then you reach out for the glove. Good feed by Zach Neto. He turned another double play. I mentioned that. Now 38 double plays turned by Neto this season.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say there's not another children's author that could have made that play.
Yes,
I feel pretty good about that.
I think you're in good position to be able to be successful in that one.
What a throw by Nolan Charlewell too to start that play.
2 really good throws so far tonight for Charlewell. He's gotten a lot better defensively. The other day when we were just looking at inside edge stuff, the best as far as scoops at first base in the American League. That's impressive.
That surprised me a little bit, but I mean, when Nolan Charlewell, spent 40 days at the minor league level, you talk about development at the big leagues. Sometimes it's hard to see that development. His defense has been impressive. Wade Meckler shoots the ball to right field. Playable, though, for Butler.
It was in perfect position on that because that was well hit. That's baseball. That pop-up, it fell in for a double. Then he hits a rocket at 101 off the bat, and it's caught.
Yeah, this game just has a way of always seeming to even itself out. That's why you play 162. Denzer Guzman. He had a hit his first time up. Ground ball, has himself another hit.
Just love the way this kid approaches the plate. Madonna got that hard sinker.
Donovan Walton drove in the only run for the Angels in the 4th inning that got him going before Joe Adell's 2-run homer at the bottom of the 5th.
Like that idea. He had some room down the third base line.
I mean, Muncy was basically playing at shortstop.
Because you need traffic. You get on base, you got Ohapi coming up, but all of a sudden it's a 1-run deficit, 1 swing of the bat.
Once he takes a couple steps in and moves a little closer over to third base now.
Oh, how that missed him. And Walton's thinking the same thing. I don't know how that missed me. I'm glad it didn't hit me, though. I went all the way around him. Cutter.
Two balls and a strike. You talk late break. It's a good thing that ball broke as late as it did. Split second sooner, and he's wearing that one on the thigh. Donovan Walton now to right field. Butler comes up, and now it's 2 outs. Logan Ohapi set to bat for the Angels now with 1 on and 2 away. O'Hoppy's been preparing for tonight, growing out the beard to match Santa Claus, who threw out the first pitch.
Got a lot of the right-handed batters to go after that sinker. It's tough to make contact, and when you make contact, that's the result a lot with that sinker running like it is.
I bring up the beard of Logan O'Hoppy because last time he shaved, he was batting .196 with 1 home run. Since that time, he's hitting .322 with 3 homers and 10 driven in a 19-game span. He's become a different hitter. It falls behind 0-2.
Another hard fastball in.
And against Ginn, you feel like you just can't miss the fastball. Just above us. After giving up 7 runs in the 5th inning, Angels came back with 2 in the bottom part. Now here they are with 1 on in the 6th. Logan O'Hoppy battling behind 0-2. Spits on a slider. Just low. So O'Hoppy trying to work his way back into this count. It's 2-2. It's Guzman over at first.
Good take there. Pretty nasty sinker. Good chance he's going to get another sinker here too.
Josh Lowe on deck has a couple of hits in this game. Angels trying to get some more production from the bottom part of their lineup. There's strike 3. So the Angels don't score in the inning. 7-3 A's.
Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhance game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game, blackout-free. Even stream minor league games and more. It's all here and it's all new. Get MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus. Enhance game nights with MLB Plus. Watch live out-of-market games on MLB Network. Hear home and away radio broadcasts of every game, plus access to MLB Big Inning and more. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year.
It's basically you do this. Stealing is when somebody has the ball and they're going to tag the other person and somebody else takes it out of the glove.
If you want to just catch the ball, that's okay. And if you don't want to catch the ball, that's a strikeout.
Because it's fun and you don't have to be good at it, you can just play ball.
TV is presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Angels fans rocking the Santa caps tonight here at the Big A. Christmas in June festivities. A young fan taking in some of the action tonight. Gooby, I was busy looking for Buddy the Elf all day today. Couldn't find him, but I did find Cousin Eddie
found Cousin Eddie?
He's sitting right next to me. Oh, there! Look, there's Buddy the Elf.
There he is. Santa! I know him.
He's taking in the action. Just don't eat the gum off the sidewalk.
No.
Stay away from that. Brett Suter trying to keep the Angels in this game. Made a nice defensive play to end the 6th.
Don't forget your main food groups there. It's candy, candy corn, cotton candy, and syrup. Sounds like my diet.
Yeah, well, my 4-year-old daughter has discovered maple syrup, and it's kind of the end of the Rush household. Perfect way to start a day, right?
Gooby, we got to correct you on the food groups.
Yes.
I know cotton candy isn't one of yours.
Yeah. No. Yeah, you're
candy,
right.
Candy cane.
Candy cane.
Candy corn.
Yes.
And syrup.
Yes. I had to get
you were right there.
I had to get the cotton candy in there just because I knew I wasn't going to like that one.
It is definitely.
That's the kind of journalism we've been looking for. Good stuff, Erica Weston.
You are
Thank
welcome.
you. Yes.
That's what I'm here for.
Aaliyah Williams strikes out. Clean up the food groups. Yes. Love for this to be the happiest Christmas today. Angels need some runs. Want to know to Bolte. To invite you to stick around, coming up, it's the Hyundai 7th inning stretch.
Yeah, you got to hang around because you don't want to be a South Pole elf. You want to be an angry elf.
You say hi to Mr. Norwell, we'll be okay. No South Pole elves. 2-2. Some pretty wild action across baseball on this Friday night, which we'll get to. Just misses inside.
There's for 3rd inning of work for Suter.
Look, the Angels are starting to run out of outs. They have 9 to work with, essentially. But down by 4 runs. I mean, far from impossible to try to come back as Suter gets a strikeout for out number 2.
He's saying he foul tipped that one.
Okay. So never mind. Or catcher's interference on Ohapi.
How do you make that call that late?
And that's exactly what Kurt Suzuki is asking right now. We're going to call it interference on Logan Ohapi. You can't believe it. He's saying there's no way. Let's see.
It's already in the glove, and he came back on the backswing on that. That wasn't even an attempt. It was in the glove. It was in the glove when he went in and had the check swing.
I mean, there was contact.
It was already in the glove.
But exactly, to your point, it was a way late call.
Look at this. This pitch is in the glove. And then the check swing on the glove.
Dylan Wilson, the home plate umpire. Calling that one.
I mean, Logan Ohapi's telling him right there, that ball was in the catcher's mitt.
Kurt Suzuki is hot after that. There's some fire from an Angels catcher.
That's just a bad call.
And Kurt Suzuki is now not done. And he's been ejected from this game, so now he's going to say his piece. And after the ball was caught for what should have been the second out, the bat hits the glove. After after it was in the glove. Kurt Suzuki came out one time, went back to the dugout, got run, and now is out to get an extra award in on his second ejection of the year. So instead of a strikeout, Bolte ends up at first base with one out. On the catcher's interference, and now Nick Kurtz bats.
I mean, if you're a hitter right now, you do that every time. If you can't catch it, just hit the glove.
Sure. And this is the last guy you want to deal with, too, now with the runner on. I mean, thought you just got to strike out, trying to get some of the momentum to climb back in this game. Bolte's on the move. Hoppy's thrown out his second. It's not in time. 10th stolen base of the year for Bolte.
You really see a frustrated Logan O'Hoppe now.
Understandably.
Again, there's another open base. Last time he was able to get a base hit. You don't have to give in to Kurtz here. And he's going to challenge too. He's pretty good at it.
Pitch is called a strike, batter's challenge.
Kurtz is going to challenge this.
I think he's going to be correct.
That's a ball.
Call is overturned. Athletics have 2 challenges remaining.
So right when the Angels start to get a little bit of that momentum back to try to mount a comeback here, the scales have tipped the A's way. 3-1.
Still got to be careful for Suter here now. There's a lot of power to left center.
3-2.
Quite a few foul balls off the foot. A lot of sinkers thrown in this game, both sides.
Suter battling here against Nick Kurtz, who had an RBI hit in that 5th inning. One of 6 consecutive singles for the A's in that 7-run frame. So they've scored all of their runs tonight. Three-2 with the runner in scoring position, and that one's going to get down in center field. Being waved around is Bolte, and he's going to score.
And you don't have to give in, because that's an RBI machine.
So what looked like initially was going to be a strikeout of Bolte, he's the runner that ends up coming around as Kurtz gets an RBI hit for the 2nd time in this game.
He's got such good balance at the plate. That baseball was about halfway through the plate and stayed on it. And still hit that 102 off the bat.
He's just a really good hitter. 64 RBIs on the year now for Nick Kurtz, who, by the way, is not one of the finalists for an All-Star in the American League. It's Ben Rice and Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who's had a down year.
Ben Rice has had an incredible year for the Yankees.
Ben Rice has been off the charts good, but so has Nick Kurtz. I mean, you look since the last 11 months, no one's been better than Nick Kurtz. No disrespect to Vladdy Jr., but there is no chance he should be a finalist over Nick Kurtz. That's part of the fan vote. Kurtz will get there. Flair into foul territory, back behind first. It's into the seats. Nice play by the fan. The whole direction of this game changed with that catcher's interference call to Bolte. I know the A's had a 7-3 lead at the time, but The Angels had shown some signs of life. They're still down 5 runs. Ground ball gets through.
Well, these two, we talked about the bottom of the order doing some damage early, but now all of a sudden you're looking up, and these two guys, Kurtz and Langoliers.
There are going to be some naysayers that say, well, you know, they're going to have inflated numbers because they're in the ballpark that they're in, and there may be some validity to that, but those are two really good hitters.
And when you look at a lot of their numbers, especially power numbers, is better on the road than it is at home for the Athletics.
And now let's take a quick word from Kia. 8-3 A's here in the top of the 7th inning. Angels with some action in the bullpen now as Brent Suter has been out here working for a while as Ramin starts to get loose. Suter up at 50 pitches. It's gone 2 innings. According to Tyler Soderstrom here.
Really, his pacing at bat really turned this around for the Athletics at that point. I mean, it was perfect.
Leadoff walk in the 5th inning. And that one's hit hard into right field. Up for it, though, is Adele, and he's there for the 2nd out. Jonah Heim, who knows a thing or two about heroics this season for the A's. Hitless so far in this game, but did score a run after reaching on a fielder's choice back in the 5th. Goes after the first pitch, sends it towards the gap in left center field. On the run is Meckler and Lowe. It's going to drop between them, bounce over the wall, and it's a ground rule double. So that, in effect, saves a run, but another one scores, and it's 9-3. And that's going to be it for Brent Suter. John Gibbons comes out. Kurt Suzuki was ejected, and on the ground rule double, it's 9-3 A's.
When we started Warby Parker, we just sold glasses, and only online. But people liked them a lot. So we offered more things, like sunglasses and contacts. And then we thought, what if we sold eyewear online and in stores? So we did that. And now we have stores in neighborhoods all over. There you can chat with friendly opticians and get eye exams from top-notch doctors. Now, no matter where you go, we've got your eyes covered.
If you need help moving and unpacking, you could ask your cousin Casey, who she hired last year.
Hey, girl. Hey, what movers did you... Sorry, are you still moving?
Or, here's a smarter move. Go with Thumbtack. The pros we know have earned over 14 million 5-star reviews. For your next home project, try Thumbtack. We know homes. Hire the right pro today.
I never considered myself an alcoholic, but drinking affected my job, health, and relationships. A powerful medication helped me take back control. Now I no longer feel the urge to drink, and the same pill that helped me could help you. Text TV5 to 710-710 to learn more.
Guys, stop what you're doing and head over to Fabletics, because right now everything is 80% off, including shirts, tees, polos, and shorts, pants, joggers. Perfect for the gym, office, or golf. Get 80% off everything right now when you sign up as a new VIP, only at Fabletics.com.
On the go, stay connected all year long. Subject to national exclusivities. Visit Angels.tv for details and start streaming today. Jose Fermin making his 21st appearance of the season. Enters to face Lawrence Butler in a tight spot. Second and third, 2 out. Butler on the first pitch, fouls it away.
We see some aggressive swings throughout this lineup, and we see some success on the first pitch put in play by the Athletics.
Butler had the second walk in the 5th inning, and it was after that things really spiraled for Walbert Ureña, who could not have been better to start this game. A 7-run 5th inning, though. Angels trying to climb back. 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th. And now 2 runs for the A's here in the 7th. Threatening with more.
I mean, that slider will go both sides to the plate. We want to make sure that one, if it's going in, it's got to be down and in off the plate like that. Once in a while, it'll back up and go to the other direction.
And there it is. Strike 3, swing and a miss. The inning is over. The A's leave runners at second and third, and now it is time for our Hyundai 7th inning stretch. For tonight across Major League Baseball, we start in Tampa, where Junior Caminero, oh my goodness, sends this ball to center field, up and gone. 4th home run in the last 2 games.
He's got incredible power. Those numbers he keeps putting up last year, okay, and now this year.
And then Wilson Contreras sends one over the monster and out of Fenway. And what has been an impressive performance tonight against the Yankees for the Red Sox.
Yeah, they're finally starting to swing the bats a little bit. I mean, their pitching has been pretty good for the most part, but their offense hasn't been there. It's been there so far in the series against the Yankees.
6-1 Boston, the final in that one, as we welcome you inside of our booth here for Mark Guba's Trent Rush with you. Man, it would just be nice to see the Angels, if they can start to rally a little bit offensively. They started to make a run, but then a tough inning that last half front.
Yeah, it was a good swing by Joe Adell. Hopefully, Josh Lowe's had some good at-bats already, so 2 hits already, so hopefully get something going. You just never know. There's been incredible comebacks so far in the season, and the Halos have had some good ones against the Athletics so far this year.
We've seen how this Angels team can rally. We'll see if they can do it here down the stretch in this one. Christmas in June. We'll see if there's a Christmas treat when we come back.
This 4th of July, skip the heat, keep the fireworks. Avocado's certified organic mattresses sleep cooler, made without polyurethane foams and crafted with natural latex, cotton, and wool, so they're naturally breathable, comfortable, and supportive. Because better organic materials make all the difference. Save 15% on our award-winning mattresses this July 4th.
Hey, Halo fans, join your Angels the Big A. For more info on upcoming games, including signing matchups, giveaways, and more, visit angels.com/tickets. See what the Angels can do down 6 runs here in this bottom of the 7th inning. Leading off the frame for the Angels will be Josh Lowe. He's had a couple of hits in this game, his 6th multi-hit game of the year. Pair of singles for Lowe. Lowe trying to make it a tough decision on new interim GM, John Mozeliak.
Being in the game now for Ginn, who pitched solid.
Luis Medina, and I mentioned that because Jose Siri has been on the paternity leave. And you wonder what the move is going to be when Siri comes back. Oh, got called up to replace Siri earlier this week. Has done a good job. 0-2. There's strike 3.
101-mile-an-hour fastball upstairs.
That is a different look than what we were seeing from Ginn as Luis Medina brings the fire here in the 7th. Brings Agneta to the plate.
Throws hard, but he throws a lot more of his secondary pitches. Just to get over first pitch, 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
What's he like the secondary stuff so much for? You're able to throw a free and easy 100.
It's like Munoz up in Seattle. I mean, he could throw 100, 101, but he throws a lot more sliders than he does fastball. It'd be fun to be able to have a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Let's say try hit it. Good luck.
And then hitters have to respect it all.
Yes, you always got to look fastball first, and then you have a slider like that.
We know Zach Neto likes the fastball, especially early. Comes the 1-2 to Neto. There's strike 3. He goes down. And Medina has come in and come away with a couple of strikeouts.
Good arm action on that changeup too. Tell you what, when you look around baseball right now, Trent, probably the most difficult pitch for hitters to hit right now, and you're seeing a lot of this, is changeup. Changeup is such a big pitch now. With an increased velocity, and all of a sudden you try to catch up to a fastball, it's 100, and you got a changeup like that. That was a 92, 93-mile-an-hour changeup.
You know, it was interesting when the Angels hired Mike Maddox to come in and work with the pitchers. All we kept hearing was changeup, 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 as if it was a Mike Maddox thing. And it might be, but it's just a trend across baseball.
Yes, it definitely is. And I remember sitting in on those meetings in spring training in uniform. And first conversation with amongst all the players and pitchers was, you know, a changeup. And he told the story about he threw a changeup to Ozzie Smith, and he was running down the line. You know, throw me a fastball type of thing. He goes, all right, now you know why it's so important to be able to throw a changeup, because they're always sitting fastball. And if you can throw the changeup, and if you get him to look for the changeup, then that fastball gets that much better.
Had a conversation with Reed Detmers the other day, who was talking about, you know, the slider being such an important pitch for him, but have a legit feel for the changeup. What a dynamic pitch that is, and another pitch that hitters have to respect. Fly ball foul.
When you think about hitting, it's all about timing and balance. The best way to throw off the timing and the balance of a hitter is a changeup. And if you have them thinking changeup, then that fastball plays even more so, and your breaking pitches. As a hitter, it's so tough when you think about that. You still have to sit on fastballs and it's react on the changeup. A good one that starts at the knees, you got to let it go. It's not going to be a strike.
The ball is ripped down the line in right field. And Nolan Shuttleworth has himself an extra base hit. Butler picks it up, and that's a stand-up double with 2 outs for Nolan Shuttleworth.
14th double this season for Shuttleworth. Upstairs, brings his hands up. He is as good as any hitter from the left side that I've seen on elevated pitches. Ginn got one fastball by him upstairs. It was a little bit higher, but he's usually pretty good on bringing his hands up and making good contact with the barrel.
Glad you mentioned the doubles for Nolan Shuttleworth this year. And he, I think, accepts he's not really a home run guy. But if he can have, 14 doubles here, we are approaching the end of June. I mean, if he could have a 30-double season, that's pretty good production.
Yeah. That batting average just keeps creeping up higher and higher. He's worked a walk today, 1 for 3.
That ball comes out of the glove of Langeliers, and now Shuttleworth will scoot over to third.
A couple of those today for Langeliers. Surprising to see that.
Second pass ball of the game for him.
Looked like he was thinking about backpicking at second base there. That's what a part of it was.
Joe Adell had the opposite field 2-run homer his last time up, and man, to see Joe Adell go opposite field with this kind of strength is beautiful.
Yeah, he just waited on that pitch, outside part of the plate, let it get a little bit deeper, and hits it into the stands for a 2-run blast. Doing about 11 home runs, 43 RBI. Another RBI opportunity right out there at third base right now for Joe.
Angels starting to run out of time to climb back in this game. They could use at least a run here. Until lays off.
Pretty good hack at 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
I mean, Joe has the bat speed.
He's been real productive with 2 strikes, 2 outs scenario like this.
Two.
That's a good take there.
It's just off, and on the check swing, they say he went around on the appeal over to first base. Nick Marley.
Looked like he might have went across. It was a nasty breaking ball.
Yep.
What if you could have shades like these for a fraction of big brand prices? With Shady Rays, you can. We're an independent company, so we do things differently. We offer high-quality polarized shades for a reasonable price. And we personally replace shades that get lost or broken. So far, we've racked up over 300,000 5-star reviews. I founded Shady Rays so that we can have sunglasses that stand up to whatever life throws at us. Order now and get 20% off site-wide at shadyrays.com.
All right, locked in for this meeting. Total focus. Double booked? All good. Otter AI gives meeting notes and insights, even on meetings I can't attend. Dang it, I picked the boring one.
Otter, the AI meeting agent.
Oakland are Pioneer League champions in 2025!
Winning at home was truly magical, but for us, this is about so much more than baseball. It's a huge priority to make sure that the park is activated by community when we're not playing, because we know this is something our community needs. Pulling off events for the community takes people showing up, hiring, planning, payroll, and Gusto makes it so easy. So I can focus on what matters, building community and celebrating the magic of Oakland.
Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Saturdays on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
Jose Fermin working here against Max Muncy of the A's on the first pitch. A ground ball hit over to Zach Neto. Makes the toss over to Nolan Shawno over the first out. Take a look at our upcoming schedule. You can watch Angels games all season long on ABTV. Presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Yeah, 2 more against the A's here at the Big A. Then it's off to Seattle for 3 and 4 days with a World Cup break on July the 1st, and then it's 4th of July weekend against the Boston Red Sox.
World Cup action up there in Seattle.
It's an absolute heartbreak for Team USA the other night.
Yeah, I actually watched them pretty much the whole game.
Yeah.
Thing is, you got to remember too, a lot of the guys, and it's a smart decision, were not out there for the majority of the game.
Yeah, it was one of those, okay, like, didn't really care who won the game. But bunch of reserves, but then you got to the end.
I was into the game, man. I was totally into it.
I would have been okay with a draw.
Yes. But it was fun to watch that. Just the energy at the stadiums, all of them.
And SoFi Stadium here in Los Angeles has been an incredible host. Fly ball to center field, Lowe going back for it in front of the track, drifting on him a bit, and that's going to be the second out. Yeah, World Cup fever has been real here all across the United States. And yeah, on the off day in Seattle, I'll be curious to see how many Halos maybe find their way inside Seattle Stadium. Lika Williams. Big hack there, no balls and a strike. Now 0-2 is for me. Able to jump out in front. Soler, Meckler, and Guzman do it for the Angels in the bottom part of this inning as that one runs high and tight. And after the series in Seattle, the 4th of July weekend of the Big A, it's going to be a blast. Angels, it's been a while since they've had a home game on the 4th of July.
It really has.
Then the Red Sox in town. I don't know, feels a little extra patriotic on America 250.
Tell you what, as a player and a fan, to be at the ballpark on 4th of July, it is so much fun.
There's something just uniquely special about that. And it's going to be very neat that night. And then on a Saturday night with all the fireworks all across town, I know pet owners may fret over that. You know what? Don't worry about the other fireworks in your streets. Just come to the Big A and enjoy the show we put on here. Hitting the left field. Meckler comes up for it, slides, and snags it.
Look at the Mac.
The Mac. He loves playing in Anaheim. A sliding grab ends the inning.
Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhanced game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game, blackout-free. Even stream minor league games and more. It's all here and it's all new. Get MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus.
We the people of the ballpark are all in on baseball. We want dingers and dogs, sunshine and a beat, a place to take it all in and let it all out. And maybe more than anything, a few hours with one another. Baseball for the people.
The Athletes Unlimited Softball League is back on MLB Network. It's the place to see the world's best professional women's softball players.
Yes, she did!
Watch the Bandits take on the Spark, Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern on MLB Network.
Go back to Hyundai Key for the game today. Changes. We talk about both starting pitchers with great change-ups. Changes in that game turned around after a leadoff walk in the 5th after Ureña was perfect through the first 4. It's like that, a 7-run inning. The Athletics held on and added on.
Jorge Soler batting, facing Luis Medina. Good slider and 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Gosh, the way tonight began for Walbert Ureña, the 4 perfect innings, you really thought there could be something special in store for him. Was so efficient. Went through those first 4 innings on 36 pitches, but then a 35-pitch, 7-run 5th, and man, things spiraled and spiraled very quickly for the young man.
Well, when you put it all together in 3 starts, he had at that point 15 innings pitched, no earned runs allowed.
Yeah.
To the Athletics' credit, they just put the ball in play. They found some holes, capitalized on a couple walks. They played pretty solid baseball all season long, the Athletics.
A's.
Let's take a look at our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. The difference, really, when you look at it, those first 4 innings, mixing and matching with his changeup, sinker, sweeper, but then all of a sudden, a lot of those pitches in that tough inning where he gave up 6. Lower part of the strike zone, middle part of the zone, and they're able to make contact with it. Again, there were ground balls because they were lower part of the zone, but they were more middle of the plate and down. So contact made, found the holes.
Entering the day, if the season were to end today, the A's would be in a playoff spot. They entered this game 3 games under 500, and we're in a 4-way tie for the 3rd wild card in the American League.
By the way, how many foul balls have been off the foot of hitters today? It's amazing.
It is going to be a crowded ice bath.
A lot of sinkers, a lot of changeups. Both sides.
That is not exactly the Christmas gift many of these batters were hoping to take with them.
No, that is not the gift that keeps on giving throughout the year. Well, throughout the night after the foul ball's off the foot, for sure.
Maybe the only time the Jelly of the Month Club would have been an acceptable substitution. Three-2 payoff, another foul ball.
That was going to be another foul ball off the foot or body on that one, the way that ran inside. The key, if you're a right-handed pitcher against a right-handed batter, when you throw that sinker, you're going to start on the inside corner. As a hitter, you try to be able to get that out before it starts breaking inside. Otherwise, it's going to be a foul ball off your body if you make contact.
8th pitch of the at-bat is taken, and that's ball 4. So leadoff walk for Jorge Soler. See what kind of magic Wade Meckler can try to make. Here with nobody out in this bottom of the 8th inning. Angels with a 6-run deficit and 6 outs to work with. Meckler had a sharp fly out his last time up after a softly hit Diane Quayle double back in the 4th inning. He ended up coming around to score the first run of the game. Seen some nice defense from Wade Meckler.
That's paint. Right on the lower part of the strike zone. Back-to-back nasty pitches.
Just grazing the strike zone. But a strike at 99. That time Langler is able to keep it in front of him, and Soler stays put over at first. After 1 for 3 in this game. Looks at a pitch that misses high. So the Angels are making Medina work here in this 8th inning.
I think you notice from the Athletics pitching staff, they love to try to run that fastball above the strike zone. Got a guy that throws hard tomorrow on the bump for him too upstairs.
That's going to be another walk. So back-to-back walks to start this inning for Medina, who's starting to fade with his pitch count up over 30. Now they'll have a meeting on the mound as Denzer Guzman comes up. It was Denzer Guzman's first home run of the season a week ago that jump-started the Angels offense when they were able to put 11 on the board in the middle innings. Now he's going to bat with 2 on and 2 out. Down 6 runs. Denzer Guzman does have home runs in 3 straight games against the A's. Just got started. Here's that first one I was talking about up in Sacramento.
That went about 421. Another all-speed pitch. Turns on that one, gets that one out to left. But this one right here, I really like this one. Dead center field. On the line. The headed ball carries well, but that ball was hit on the line, so it's more his own power that got that over the wall.
Denzer Guzman's only been up 2 weeks. He's had 5 multi-hit games, including tonight. Most of any Angel in that span. 98 sinker up and in. Catches the bat in the protective swing from Guzman.
Another elevated fastball, well out of the zone.
Now behind 0-2. After back-to-back walks, Denzer Guzman trying to make Medina pay. And ball 2 strikes after the slider missed.
What if he tries that fastball upstairs again?
2 of his 3 homers have been with runners in scoring position. He has one right now. Puts it on the ground, and it's just foul.
That would have made it real interesting if that stays fair.
It wasn't hit all that hard, but into just a really tricky spot. But it goes wide. Ball and 2 strikes on Guzman. That's in the dirt.
Changeup missed by a lot.
Medina's done a good job getting ahead, but it's been very difficult for him to finish hitters in this inning. He's walked the first 2, and now, after falling behind 0-2, 2 in a row have missed on Guzman. That time he goes after it. It's a little chopper to second. McNeil's only play is at first.
Smart play there by McNeil. This point of the game, you're trying to get outs. He thought he might have had a play at second, but I think that might have been a bad decision.
And with good speed of Guzman, wouldn't have been a double play chance, but now the Angels with 2 in scoring position. We're going to have a pitching change with the Angels threatening when we return.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field. It's important to get out, volunteer, and make a difference in your community.
Volunteer and leave something behind.
Together, we can make a difference.
Together.
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 Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhance game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game, blackout-free. Even stream minor league games and more. It's all here and it's all new. Get MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus. The Athletes Unlimited Softball League is back on MLB Network. It's the place to see the world's best professional women's softball players.
Yes, she did!
Watch the Bandits take on the Spark, Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern on MLB Network.
Angels Baseball on ABTV is brought to you by the OC Healthcare Agency, your mental wellness resource. And by Big Noise Lager, ice cold, crushable, like the fuse. Kaboom! Logan Harris comes in to pitch, gave up 3 runs against the Angels on Sunday, blew the save as Vaughn Grissom is going to pinch hit for Donovan Walton. Those 3 runs he allowed, a season high, and he's given up 5 3 1/3 against the Angels on the year.
Fastball is going to be 90-94 with a little cutter, curveball, slider, changeup. Grissom has been pretty good in these spots here.
Well, he's got an opportunity with 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. On a first pitch curveball, he fouls it off.
Real solid, like a lot of the Halos hitters have been with runners in scoring position of late.
Couldn't hold up. And now no balls and 2 strikes on Vaughn Grissom.
So difficult at times when you're not necessarily used to pinch hitting a whole lot because you get up there real aggressive. Expand the strike zone. There's an art to pinch hitting.
Skips for ball 1.
A lot of times you come off the bench, that first pitch you're trying to do damage, and after that you're just trying to make some contact, use the whole field, keep that line going.
It's Logan O'Hoppe on deck, who's 0 for 3.
Good take again on that one.
That pitch from Harris was well short. We've mentioned the struggles Harris has had against the Halos on the season. Vaughn Grissom would love to add to that tally right now.
Got his toe, it looked like almost.
That ran way inside of that curveball after Grissom fell behind nothing in three in a row have missed. Grissom has a couple of hits as a pinch hitter this season, 2 for 6 with a single and a double. So Hoppe waits. 1 out here in the inning. 3-2. Grissom fouls it off.
Pretty firm fastball from Harris on that one.
95 miles an hour. It's an all fastball curveball to Vaughn Grissom. And there's ball 4.
Got to take advantage of 3 walks in an inning now for the Halos.
All of a sudden the Angels, some signs of life in the 8th. And Logan O'Hoppe batting. O'Hoppe, who's been on a tear the last 3 weeks, has a golden opportunity now.
There's a high fastball again from an Athletics pitcher.
O'Hoppe chops it over to third, but it's foul. It got away from Muncy, but just to the left of third. Meanwhile, get another look at this.
Yeah, clearly foul.
It's Josh Lowe's spot coming up after this, but Christian Moore is in the on-deck circle. 1-1. O'Hoppe takes strike 2.
That was nasty backdoor curveball. You're out of the hand, you're thinking that's a ball. You can't throw a better pitch than that. It's difficult to make contact or even think about swinging at it.
And he's run up, strike 3 looking, and Logan O'Hoppe's down for the 2nd out of the inning.
Boy, backdoored the fast curveball, then a fastball at 95 right on the inside corner.
The previous pitch on that curveball was nasty.
Yeah. Big opportunity now for Christian Moore.
The A's have walked the bases loaded. 3 free passes in the inning. Soler at third, Meckler at second, Grissom at first. Christian Moore pinch hitting for Josh Lowe.
Ooh, good pitch to hit. You go back to that last 2 pitches. This is why hitting is so hard. Backdoor curveball. You give up on it, think it's off the plate, touch the corner. Then you're looking away again. Then he paints the fastball inside. It's a lot of the plate to try to cover there for O'Hoppe.
What a sequence. It's the first pinch hit opportunity of the season for Christian Moore last year. He pinch hit 4 times and came away with 2 hits. Another curveball cut on and missed.
Got real good spin on that curveball too. Gonna try to come back in with a fastball or the curveball.
And that's another strikeout. Christian Moore strikes out. Back-to-back punch outs at the bases loaded. Ends the 8th inning.
basically, you like do the feeling is when like somebody has the ball and they're going to tag the other person and somebody else takes it out of the glove.
If you want to just catch the ball, that's okay. And if you don't want to catch the ball, that's a strikeout.
Because it's fun and you don't have to be good at it, you can just play ball.
Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhanced game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game, blackout-free. Even stream minor league games and more. It's all here and it's all new. Get MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance. Saturdays on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
Post-game Saturday night fireworks show driven by your SoCal Hyundai dealers. Visit angels.com/promotions for a list of Saturday night fireworks. Next week's going to be a big time show, 4th of July. By the way, every time I see the moon now, I think of Victor Glover.
Yes.
The astronaut that was here a couple of weeks ago. Bunch of defensive changes for the Angels. Von Grissom, who replaced Donovan Walton, is at second base. Christian Moore goes to left field as Meckler moves to right. And Joe Adell is in center after Lowe was pinch hit for.
Part of the season, the Halos have had a tough time with the Athletics. The rest of the AL West, they've played well, but the Athletics had the Halos numbers this year. Even though when you go back to 2002, so close as far as wins and losses for each team and runs scored.
You mean the year that the team that won the World Series was not the one that had the movie made about them?
Just going back to that catcher's interference. Ball in the glove, and then the swing and hits the glove. And the reaction by O'Hoppe too. And the rule says, which I don't know why there is a rule, if it's the case, if the ball is in the catcher's mitt and then you hit the bat on the glove with the ball already in the catcher's mitt, it's still catcher's interference. I don't understand that one at all.
1-1. Ground balls over to Guzman. Takes the toss over to Shonowell. There's the first out. Nick Kurtz comes up. Time now for our Mercedes-Benz cover every base. And Nick Kurtz has done a whole heck of a lot of that with 9 home runs leading the American League this month. Zach Neto, 7 also on that list. His power surge of late. It's been fun to watch.
Byron Buxton's really turned it around.
I mean, for him, it's just being healthy,
yeah,
right?
Phenomenal player.
That catcher's interference, to me, Gooby changed the entire game tonight. I know the Angels were down 7-3 at the time, but I mean, that was a strikeout. It should have been the second out of the inning. The Suter was rolling. You felt like the Angel bats had a chance to try to climb back. And after that happened and another run scores, it just felt like this whole game turned on its head.
Wow, fastball upstairs again. He's at 91. We just talked about that earlier, how he's had a tough time with that fastball elevated.
Second strikeout tonight for Nick Kurtz, who does have a couple RBI hits.
Remember that one base hit, the double too. It was supposed to be upstairs. Didn't get quite above the strike zone against him. If you leave that down in the zone, it's going to be hit extremely hard.
So Kirby Yates comes in and facing the top of this A's lineup, sits down the first 2.
His fastball's been getting better. This even conversations with him lately, he's feeling a lot more confident. It's not that he's going to throw upper 90s, but just enough on the fastball will make his splitter that much better.
I mean, for Yates, the margins are fine, but 92 versus 89-90 is dramatic.
Yeah. Especially because it makes that splitter play that much better, because that's his bread and butter. Back-to-back splitters. It's a little bit better one.
Angels have had some real chances in this game. Early on, and runners in scoring position and nobody out. Weren't able to score twice in the first 3 innings. In the last inning, you have the bases full on walks, and the Angels couldn't score. So the Angels have not been without their opportunities tonight. And that's stinger.
So many of those for Logan O'Hoppe behind the plate. Straight back right off the mask.
He takes a moment, he stays in there.
That's sound.
That's hockey player Logan O'Hoppe right there. Three-two. That goes foul. Angels down 6 runs here in this 9th inning. They will have the top of the order coming. Neto, Shonowell, and Adele in the bottom part. Angels, who have won 3 straight home series. In some trouble here in this first game of this series against the A's. Kirby Yates gets a strikeout. Final chance for the Angels after this.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Join Matt Yatloff and Greg Caserta on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer. MLB Big Inning. All season. Presented by CarShield.
The journey. It starts here. On the fields where dreams begin. Every swing counts. Every step matters. Every moment inspires. The fundamentals today, the possibilities of tomorrow. Pitch, hit, and run. The journey starts here. Scan the QR code to sign up today.
It all started here, the framework of a nation, drafted by history's boldest visionaries. Now, baseball's sharpest minds gather at the same fateful site to draft their own blueprints for success. The MLB Draft, July 11th at 1 Eastern.
It's presented by Kia. A lot to discuss tonight. Leadership change in baseball operations. An Angels start for Walbert Ureña that was perfect through 4. And a crash in the 5th inning for 7 runs. Joe Adele's home in this game. Elvis Alvarado now to pitch in this 9th inning. Neto, Shonowell, Adele 2 up.
Both Neto and Shonowell looking for a 2-hit night. 1 and 2 in the lineup today, right now.
You'll be looking forward to seeing Reed Detmers tomorrow with just the dominance we've seen from Detmers, especially of late.
He's always ready to go out and pitch really well against the Athletics. He had a tough time, even though put himself in position to pick up a W last time out. Battled. He's got, you know, the Athletics got decent numbers against him, but he's a different pitcher.
I mean, Reed Detmer's 3.93 ERA. I'm just doing this off the top of my head. I think that ERA number would be in the 2s if you took away his outings against the A's this year. Zach Neto goes after this one. Fly ball right field. Butler is there, and that's the first out. Looks at Nolan Shonowell, who's been aboard twice, had a double, his 14th of the year, back in the 7th inning, his last time up. Detmers against Perkins tomorrow in the middle game of 3, and then an early start on Sunday. No word yet on who's going to pitch for the Angels, though Aaron Savali we know will pitch for the A's. It'll be a 12:15 start time on Sunday afternoon.
100-mile-an-hour fastball from Alvarado. He's got a really good splitter too.
Ball and a strike on Shonowell.
Pitch is called a strike, batter's challenge.
It's going to be close.
Shonowell got it right.
Call's overturned. Anaheim has 1 challenge remaining.
Haven't had a whole lot of challenges today. Dylan Wilson behind the plate. Shonowell goes the other way with this one, drifting foul. I know we didn't like the catcher's interference call, and it totally changed the game, but you're right, the rule's the rule. Joe Adell waiting on deck. In this opening game of 3 against the A's. It'll be after this, we're not going to see the A's again until the last week of the season.
Seen enough of them in the last couple of weeks, though.
So 3 series in a month against the A's. Kotsay looks on.
Poor Long, Kotsay and Suzuki aren't going to be friends anymore. Yeah. They see each other too often here.
And they've each been ejected against one another. Owen Shonowell lifts it into center.
Oh, he just missed that one.
Bolte calls off Butler.
A bit higher launch angle than normal for Shonowell, 47 degree. That means that baseball is going to hit a little bit too high.
Came off the bat around 96. Here's Joe Adell. Angels down to their final out here in this game. After such a promising start. Began with Ureña. Angels got that double from Meckler before Walton brought him in.
I like him back out here watching the game. There's a lot to learn from that. Bottom line is sometimes those ground balls find holes. That's all. I mean, that's what you got to think of.
I mean, it wasn't like he was hit exceptionally hard. It just, the singles just kept rolling. 6 straight singles.
He was unreal the first 4 innings. That's the kind of stuff he has. He has no-hit stuff every time he takes the mound.
So how do you bottle that up and make him consistent?
Yeah, I mean, it's the learning process. Try not to overthrow when there's guys on base, and he did that. And he got some ground balls, and sometimes as difficult as it is to do that as a pitcher, you got to give the Athletics credit for making contact. If they're trying to hit a home run, he's probably giving up no runs.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Joe Adell. A's, who had dropped 4 in a row before their come from behind win in San Francisco yesterday, a strike away from back-to-back victories. Little roller goes foul, 2-2. It's been a tough second half of this game for the Angels.
Good battle here for Adele. That's a 101-mile-an-hour fastball. He's painted right off the outside corner. It's a difference from a couple years ago with 2 strikes to what you're seeing from Adele right now. It's just that ability to get that outer part of the plate and hit the ball hard the other way, like he homered to right center earlier in the game.
Battling this at bat. Here comes the 2-2 delivery. Another foul ball. This next pitch will be the 8th of this at bat. Joe Adele not going down without a fight. Trying to make the most of every opportunity. Making that 27th out a difficult one. 2-2. And there's strike 3. And the A's win the ball game 9-3 thanks to a 7-run 5th inning. And on this Christmas in June Friday, it's the A's playing the role of Scrooge to spoil it, as Nick Kurtz is our Toyota player of the game with his 2 RBI hits, including one in that big 5th inning.
Yeah, he had a tough series against the Giants up there in San Francisco, but the Halos have seen enough. They made some pretty good pitches against them all season long, but if you make any mistake on the plate, he's got a chance to hit it hard, and that's exactly what he did throughout the game.
Angels will be counting on Reed Detmers tomorrow in the middle game of the series after the A's take the opener 9-3. We'll be back with a wrap on the other side.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field. It's important to get out, volunteer, and make a difference in your community.
Volunteer and leave something behind.
Together, we can make a difference.
Together.
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 It all started here, the framework of a nation, drafted by history's boldest visionaries. Now, baseball's sharpest minds gather at the same fateful site to draft their own blueprints for success. The MLB Draft, July 11th at 1 Eastern.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks.
There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
Hey, showstopper!
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit them.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues. Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Total Chevrolet customer service means everything.
It all started here, the framework of a nation, drafted by history's boldest visionaries. Now, baseball's sharpest minds gather at the same fateful site to draft their own blueprints for success. The MLB Draft, July 11th at 1 Eastern.
The Golden Spikes Award is presented to the best amateur baseball.
Hey, tonight, you can join us again tomorrow as the Angels take on the Athletics for Game 2 of the set. Coverage starts at 6 with our Angels Live pregame show. Stick around for our postgame coverage. It's brought to you by Kia with Erica Weston and Tim Salmon. For Erica, Mark Gubaza, and myself, I'm Trent Rush. Thanks for being with us. This has been a presentation of Angels Baseball on ABTV, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
10 seconds, guys. Let's have a go up.
At MLB Network, we're always on the move because baseball doesn't just travel, it transforms.
This is how we should do a show every day.
And we're there to meet the moment wherever the game goes. Regular season.
Welcome to Cooperstown.
All the stars are out in Atlanta, Georgia.
Postseason.
Can you believe what we just saw? Whoa!
Every season.
This is unbelievable.
This is MLB Network, the home of baseball. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Saturdays on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Nick Kurtz and the A's in this one tonight as we welcome you to Angels Live postgame presented by Kia here on AB TV. The Athletics take the opener on this Friday, 9-3, the final score in Game 1 tonight against the Halos. As we welcome you back inside the ballpark alongside Tim Salmon, Erica Weston with you. Fish, I'll tell you what, I've seen about just enough of the A's for the time being. It's been a lot of athletics lately.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of the Texas League back in the day when you play each other, seems like 20 times a month. Yeah, it definitely has seemed like that. I mean, these guys have definitely had a chance to see Ureña a few times, and Ginn on the other side. You'd like to see a different matchup for these players next time they go around.
No question, yeah. JT Ginn and Walbert Ureña facing off for the third time this season. And what a turn of events, things quickly unraveling for Ureña in the fifth. Perfect through 4 innings tonight.
You know, he was, like you said, perfect for 4 innings. His fastball is touching 99. He had a great sweeper, working a few times, got a strike. Mixed in a couple changes in those first 4 innings, but really was dominating with that fastball and that sweeper. And then all of a sudden, the 4th inning, things kind of fell apart for him.
They definitely fell apart for him. I think the leadoff walk to Tyler Soderstrom kind of set the tone for that inning. Here we go in the 5th inning. He had several base runners, and then 6 straight singles led to 7 runs for the A's.
Yeah, you know, the way I like to characterize that was a couple walks, got the bases, got people on base for him, and then all it takes is a couple C&I grounders. I mean, he was really getting the ground ball, inducing kind of the soft contact, just getting it through the infield, and, next thing you know, you just wake up, and it was very much unraveling for him. And the last couple hits were actually hit pretty good right here, but, by that point, you could sense the wheels were starting to fall off. But it's amazing how quickly it came apart for him, but really it was pretty subtle. I mean, like you said, a couple walks kind of appeared out of there, and then, just a couple C&I hits, and next thing you know, he was out of his sorts, and I think, what was it, 7 runs later?
7 runs.
Later, we're out of the 5th inning.
Yeah, Brent Suter comes on in relief to take over before the Angels bullpen finished this. Fish, this is a look at our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. The first 4 versus his 5th inning. What do you see?
Well, he threw a ton of strikes. I mean, those first 4 innings, I mean, his strike count was really well. But look at the location on a lot of those pitches. I mean, it depends on whether they're righty or lefties, but he was really hitting the outside corners and stuff. Again, some of those seeing eye hits you saw on that right side there, he threw some sinkers down low in the zone that typically are, you say, hey, that's good. Hit the ball on the ground. It just so happened that the positioning of the defense was just a step off.
That's unusual to see behind him, and sometimes that's just baseball. The ball's found holes tonight.
Yeah, and they were hitting the balls up the middle. I mean, a couple plays Donovan made, had an opportunity to make. He was having to field it on the shortstop side of the bag, but still, nonetheless, just outside his reach, just outside enough of his comfort zone to make the play. And again, all it took were a couple walks, a couple, you know, well, what would we say, a bloop and a blast. It wasn't so much a blast, but, you know, a couple walks and a couple bloops or a couple easy hits, and next thing you know, you got the picture on his heels.
No question. Tough one for Walbert Ureña in the 5th, but no question that he will be composed his next time out because he's so calm, cool, collected as a 22-year-old. Stick with us, more post-game reaction coming up on the other side of the break here on AB TV. Jo Adell slugs his 11th home run of the season. Halos fall short, 9-3 the final in the opener against the A's.
The journey. It starts here, on the fields where dreams begin. Every swing counts. Every step matters. Every moment inspires. The fundamentals today, the possibilities of tomorrow. Pitch, hit, and run. The journey starts here. Scan the QR code to sign up today.
Step up to the plate with MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhance game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game. Plus live minor league action and even Game Day 3D. The ultimate second screen experience on MLB Plus. Now available on the MLB app. The Athletes Unlimited Softball League is back on MLB Network. It's the place to see the world's best professional women's softball players.
Yes, she did!
Watch the Bandits take on the Spark, Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern on MLB Network.
See your SoCal Honda dealer.
Angels Live on AB TV is brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires. Gooby's friend Buddy the Elf and Santa Claus in the house tonight for Christmas in June from the Big A. The Athletics take the opener on this Christmas in June. They played the role of the Grinch tonight, I guess. The Athletics
They sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah, no early Christmas for the Angels.
No doubt about that. All right, Fish, let's talk a little bit about the Angels offense. You're thinking in the 4th inning, finally they get a run scored across for Ureña, who had been dealing at that point. And like we talked about on the pregame show, another 2-out knock.
That's right. You get the 1-run lead, and you're thinking, hey, okay, we got to start here. It didn't turn out that way. But nonetheless, Meckler did a great job. He got a double, got on base right here, and then, you know, hustle, good hustle double right there, I should call it. I mean, you hit it just perfect, you know, hit them where they're not and hit them where they ain't. Good hustling right there. You can get himself second base, but great piece of hitting, 2 outs. I call this the pregame shot.
He did.
Donovan's been swinging a great bat right now, and that was a great swing. And when you consider the fact it was a 2-0 pitch, little two-seamer inside that ran back over, kept his hands inside, hit it up the middle. Wasn't trying to pull it and roll over it, and you know, just a great piece of hitting right there, drove in the run.
What do you like about Walton's swing right now?
I mean, that swing right there, I love the way he's using the whole field and keeping his hands inside the ball. He's really centered. You know, that's usually what you're going to see when anybody's swinging the bat well.
Yeah, Brady Anderson and Donovan got to work in Detroit, and it's led to a lot of success for him these past couple of weeks. How about Jo Adell? His 11th home run of the season, team leader in RBIs, and he had been hitting the baseball, just hadn't hit a home run for a while.
Yeah, it is surprising. I looked up to that was, what is it, 11th home run?
Yeah, 11th home run. Yeah. June 7th was the last time.
Yeah, since June 7th. Well, you know, this was a great piece of hitting. That's that two-seamer on the outside part of the plate. It looks like Joe just went up there saying, you know, I'm going to hunt out there, and if he throws it, I'm swinging. And you know, and that could have been borderline strike, actually. I mean, I don't know. It might have been in the corner, but that just goes to show with his long arms the kind of power he has going the other way. And great piece of hitting right there. Went up there, the game plan, got the pitch, and executed it well. You know, again, gave the Angels another couple runs right there, but at that point, it wasn't going to be enough.
Well, I mean, it got them closer. It got them within 4 runs at that point, and you're thinking maybe the offense can do another late-inning comeback like we saw in Sacramento a week ago.
Yeah, a little bit different ballpark there.
It is. You're absolutely right.
Without a doubt, it's fresh in your mind. You're thinking, hey, anything can happen. You know, the bullpen gave it up. Maybe they'll give it up again. But, yeah, without a doubt, I mean, they were up there battling, and you know, I think when they got Ginn out of the game, then you maybe thought, hey, maybe there's a chance. But by that point, the A's just kept building and, you know, putting more runs on the board.
Just seems like whenever these two have been getting together, something crazy happens, no question about it. We talked in the pregame show about Chase Silseth's tremendous glove flip on Wednesday to help save the game, to give the Angels a chance to come back. Pitchers, great athletes, evidently. Brent Suter, he was at it again. He fields his position really well.
Yeah, pitchers fielding
PFPs.
PFPs. Here it comes right here. I mean, this is a great job. First of all, Shonawell, I mean, that throw to second base is not an easy one, and then Neto coming back, firing it right there. And I mean, Suter doing a look, you saw right away. He got at his horse. Base. He got there early. He was in position to take that 100-mile-an-hour fastball from Neto coming at him. Look at that. That's hustle all the way. Finds a bag. I mean, he did not have much time. By the time he got his foot on the bag and his eyes came up to find the ball, that ball was in his glove. That's a great job right there. You know, a great job of fielding your position right there, and hey, you're in the double play.
He went into full sprint to the first base bag, almost went full Raptor on us heading to first base. All right, stick with us. Coming up on the other side of the break here on AB TV as we take another break. Coming up, we'll hear some post-game thoughts from Angels manager Kurt Suzuki here on Angels Live.
Major League Baseball is back and bigger than ever before.
Pause! I'll take it from here. This is MLB Clubhouse, the YouTube channel where kids run the show, with a spot for every member of your team. Just look at this lineup.
Play ball.
Welcome to MLB Art Club. And this is the dugout. Hey, that's us. Let's see that again. Slide into the home of major fun, MLB Clubhouse. Now on YouTube.
It all started here, the framework of a nation, drafted by history's boldest visionaries. Now, baseball's sharpest minds gather at the same fateful site to draft their own blueprints for success. The MLB Draft, July 11th at 1 Eastern.
Step up to the plate with MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhance game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game. Plus live minor league action and even Game Day 3D. The ultimate second screen experience on MLB Plus. Now available on the MLB app.
Angels Live on AB TV is brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires. Athletics take the opener on this Friday, 9-3. Some news ahead of tonight's game with Perry Minasian being dismissed as Angels general manager. We head inside to hear some post-game thoughts from the skipper, Kurt Suzuki.
Yeah, obviously, you know, tough day, you know, and you know, it's part of the job, and you know, it's a business, and yeah, it happened.
When did you find out?
I found out That was during BP. Yeah, I met with Molly.
Did you talk to him at all?
To Perry?
Yeah.
Yes, I talked to Perry.
How did he sort of react to it?
Well, he's disappointed, you know, like anybody would be. But yeah, we just talked for a little bit.
He, you know, when you were introduced, he said, you know, you and him were tied in together. I'm curious kind of how you view this in the context of your own current job right now and also longer term beyond the one-year contract you're on. Do you feel like this puts that at risk in any capacity?
Well, until told otherwise, I'm here, you know, today to help lead the team to win as many games as we can until I hear otherwise.
Have you met with John Mozeliak?
No, not yet. I'm meeting with him tomorrow.
What did you guys, game-wise, what did you make of the game today?
Yeah, tough game. Ureña started off really well. You know, obviously throwing a lot of strikes. I think it was 15 in a row, right, to start the game. Threw a lot of strikes, and then that 1/5 inning just kind of unraveled. A couple walks, and then some ground balls that found some holes, and yeah, that was 7 runs I think in that inning.
What did you see on that off the catcher interference call that led you didn't eject it there?
Yeah, definitely. I didn't know at the beginning. I didn't know what happened. I heard strike 3. Looked to third base to watch the Logan throw the ball. Everybody's calling time, and they said it was catcher interference. I didn't even see a swing. I didn't see anything impeding the swing, and watched the replay. Logan caught the ball, and then he tapped the top of his glove after he caught the ball. So, it is what it is. He called it catcher interference, and they're gonna make the call, and he hit the glove, so you can't review it. In my eyes, I didn't see really a swing or any type of intent to swing.
Did you see with Ureña anything different from those first 4 innings to the 5th in terms of?
I think a little bit more off speed, out of the zone, and they weren't chasing, and then they kind of worked the counts on them, and then 2 strikes. They battled and put the ball in play, and they found holes. It really was something where it was really simple answer to that. Just you saw it, and it happened. But yeah, unfortunately for us, they found some holes and scored some runs.
You've been with Perry since the beginning of this. I'm curious. I mean, I think even a few weeks ago you said that you believed in what you guys are building here. Why do you feel like it didn't work with him?
It's like I said, it's a tough day, and it's part of the job, and really no explanation right now.
Yeah, Fish, the team found out, as Kurt Suzuki mentioned, during athletics batting practice moments before the rest of us were able to find out about the news with Perry Minasian. But tomorrow we'll hear from the interim general manager, John Mozeliak, on what he wants to do and find a vision for the Halos moving forward.
Yeah, I think that's going to be important to meet him for the first time and really hear what his vision and message is to the club going forward. He's got quite a resume. I mean, he's not coming in here as a guy that's, new to this kind of a situation or new to an organization. I mean, he's been, one of the things I found out, I mean, he player development, he was really big in scouting and player development. So he understands how to, give you an overview of what you have and, maybe the pieces that are there, maybe the pieces that need to, get fixed. So, I'm encouraged by that. Obviously we're in a situation as a club where, there are question marks about a lot of things. Are we going in the right direction? Do we have the right people in place? It's a business. You're expected to win. Unfortunately for Perry, it hasn't happened in the last 6 years for him, but really it's been beyond Perry. It's been a couple general managers before that as well. So it's been a long stretch here for the Angels fans and, this organization. So it's really about time of, just kind of, given a whole new assessment and, see what it looks like.
And the immediacy, too, with the draft coming up in just a couple of weeks and the trade deadline not shortly after that. So he will get right to work, and we will hear from him tomorrow. You can catch that on the pregame edition of Angels Live. In the meantime, let's take a look at our series probables for Game 2 of this 3-game series. We've got Jack Perkins going up against Reed Detmers.
Yeah, looking for Reed to get back on track. I mean, he's really been throwing the ball well his last, half a dozen starts or so. And last outing, didn't get a decision, but, after 6 innings, gave up 5 earnings. So, looking for him to get back on track and get the Angels on the winning side of the ledger.
The A's are one of those teams that have just had his number for whatever reason in his career, much like the other side where he's had the Texas Rangers number, kind of like you.
Yeah, it is an interesting thing. I mean, sometimes you face a team enough times they have just enough right-handed hitters or just enough the kind of hitters that can maybe handle that slider that, give you some fits. But, the A's showed it tonight. They made some adjustments off Ureña. I mean, they've seen it now 3 times in a row, but, they went out there and they made some adjustments and put the ball in play, and I think that's the key, is they put the ball in play.
No question, yeah, but anytime Reed Detmers is on the mound, something special is certainly capable of taking place. That's going to do it for this post-game edition of Angels Live. Game 2 comes your way 6 o'clock right here on AB TV. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Friday. For Fish, I'm Erica Weston. We'll see you Saturday for Game 2 against the Athletics.